Welcome to Meadowbrook Memories Podcast. I am Jelly, otherwise known as Glacier Prince, and my co-host is Hitchcock, otherwise known as Alfred Henry. Our mission on this podcast series is to explore the stories behind the magic that was created at Meadowbrook. When over a span of 4 years, between 1982 and 1986, we saw the transformation of a small co-educational school with less than 1,200 students, 800 boys, 800 girls and 400 boys into a successful sports and scholastic champion, winning 7 major trophies, 3 Sunlight Cup, 2 Topping Cup, 1 Walker Cup and 1 Nutriment Shield. And to crown these achievements, Meadowbrook also produced 2 Rhodes Scholars, Cavell Creighton in 1987 and Andrea Wright in 1989, both graduates of Meadowbrook in 1983. In this podcast series, we'll be speaking to persons, both males and female, who are actively involved in this incredible journey, along with friends and staff at Meadowbrook, which inspired the environment which created this golden era. We hope you enjoy our discussion. Please give us as much support and encouragement as you can on whatever social media platform you are listening. Welcome and thanks for joining us. Alright, so I'm ready. Alright, welcome. This is podcast number 5 of Meadowbrook Memories. Thanks for joining us. And on the line, my co-host as usual, Alfred Hitchcock Henry. And the special guest this week, I don't know how special it is to me, because I give him a big introduction, or as me always say, a proper introduction. Dante, Donovan Thomas, or Ted Greg, whichever name I feel comfortable. I like Dante. And before you got Dante, I'm going to tell you why you have a special place in my heart. When we come to Jamaica 2016, for a solemn occasion, Face call me and say, "We have a little thing for me." And I was surprised, because I know some of the big things to the school, and it's like the school never remember. And at that little remembrance there, light up the fire upon me, and I say, but I will pass story out there when I tell you. And I say, I need to start. So I think about it from that time, you inspire me that way there. So I just have to get that out there. Because I appreciate the trophy I give away. I want a set of people give a trophy, when Esther give the trophy, everybody cherish. So I just have to say, I appreciate that. So after all these years, remember what we do for the school and give you a little thing. So introduce yourself, Dante.
Yeah, man. Greetings, legends, legend Jelly, legend Freddy. Yeah.
What?
As you know, everybody know me. Donovan, Tegre Thomas, Dante, Tegre.
Tegre.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
And truth be told, that one of the thing, my first stint as president of the Past Students Association, one of the first goals that we had was to honor the legends, as I call them.
Mm-hmm.
The people that made us proud.
Mm-hmm.
Meadowbrookians here. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. So I appreciate that, Dante. But when I have to talk about legend today, we bring you up on the thing, because we want to get a perspective. Because another thing you remind me of is my good friend Robert Dewey, who was a powerful support from Beyond the Boundaries, as I call it, a great book by C.L.R. James. And you are one of them, man. There. You never actively play, but you were always a supporter on the team. But let me go. First question. I'm start off with my first question. Did you choose Meadowbrook, or Meadowbrook chose you?
And I chose Meadowbrook, I had no choice but to choose Meadowbrook. I had a couple sisters that went to Meadowbrook before me.
Oh, I never even know that. I never even know that, Dante. Yeah?
Yeah, man. Actually, I just link up with one of my sister recently that went to Meadowbrook. She started in the late 60s and probably left in the early 70s or so.
You may have a sister go to school them time, the late 60s and graduate 71. Yeah. We never know that, Dante. Yeah.
Thomas, and another sister that was 2 years ahead of me at Meadowbrook.
That
sister that I was very close to, during them time there.
I never even know that. What's her name?
Pamela Thomas.
Okay, I never know that, Dante. So you say a good thing. I bring out them story. So what year you start Meadowbrook?
I started Meadowbrook 1980.
Mm-hmm.
And Meadowbrook from 1980 to 1985.
So you say you never have a choice in the matter at all. You just know say it's a family legacy for you go Meadowbrook. You say it just
Well, when I said I never have a choice, I basically love Meadowbrook from a long time before
I hear you.
before I got there. Meadowbrook was my choice.
Yeah, so me.
First choice. Yeah, man.
I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that because Meadowbrook was my choice too. It was Freddie's choice in a certain way, but yeah, it was our choice. So I see why I love the green and blue so much. I see that.
Yeah, man.
It's, you love it before you even start come at school.
Yeah, man. I love it, man.
All right. Yeah, go ahead, Freddie.
Yes, I hear. I hear him loud and clear.
So your first day upon the campus now, you ever visit the campus before you come up on campus, or are you?
Yeah, man.
Yeah?
Yeah, man. I visited before. Check my sister and thing.
Okay.
You know, but Freddie don't know, so I watch him. Although Freddie left school before me, I watch him play all Manning Cup.
Oh, really?
Mm.
I never know that. So which part you go school them time that you can get for come money cup? You go with your sister?
Yeah, man, I go with my sister. I used to go Constant Spring Primary.
Okay, so your sister love the football so much she carry a match?
Yeah, man. She used to go Constant Spring Primary with me too. So me and her was a like a party, you know?
Yeah. So that a Pamela and you are going match at the same time?
Yeah, man.
Oh, Dante, I never know that. So you have Meadowbrook in your blood long time if you have a money cup match from them and I watch Freddie play.
Yeah, man.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I never know that. So when you come up on the campus the first day now, it's almost like you say you belong there a long time, you just say you're just glad to reach. What was your first day experience like?
Happy to be there, man. I tell you something, you know. I think it was the second day on campus. So when I come first day, I'm just happy to be there finally. Cause you know for a couple of years, I look forward to getting there. So come on instance and pass and reach on. Happy to be there. I tell you something now. My second day on campus was my third day actually. I get my first disciplinary intervention and by the hands of the Manning Cup team. Who say Piggy, Pee Wee, them man there. I want to tell you what now. One day them used to do some workout in the
Assembly hall.
not the assembly hall. Them used to there was a room right beside the canteen. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. And I peeped through. There was a little hole. My dad as a little youth, and after school, my dad I peeped through, and it's like, come on, look around and see me and say, little youth, go home, piggy. And me say something derogatory and say, go ahead, you know. I'm think it done, you know.
Yeah.
The next morning, canteen, I run through the door of the canteen and I find myself afloat. Like, 2 man hold my hand, 2 man hold my foot them, and another set of man put some buckle below me and some serious bumming me get. Yeah, man.
So you get a good initiation, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
The thing though is that after that, me and all of them man they became great friends, you know.
Yeah. It's like
yeah, man. Them take me under them wings away.
Good.
Yeah, man.
Good. That's a tough story.
Yeah,
That's a tough. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, man. And I tell you something further down the line, your team. I don't know if you remember the disciplinary action where the Sunlight team did in thing upon me too.
No, I don't remember that. Tell me about that because that's the first year I captain the team, 81.
No, I never 80 that happened. That happened 82.
82. Okay, 82 when we reach the final, yeah.
Yeah, man, because as you know, sir, me used to be around the team, which was a pleasure for me for them to their feet. just I feel some ball.
Yeah.
I know again when the judge say board and say, yo, turn over here and bowl some leg spin. And give
Yeah.
me like all 6 ball for ball. But no, it was a good thing. But what happened now is that I go when we got sunlight finals,
Mm-hmm.
I go up Sabina Park, I watch the final. And
Mm-hmm.
me I did the king of graffiti in the school.
Mm-hmm.
And me go right at buying a Tegra was here them time me buying
Mm-hmm.
a
Mm-hmm.
red marker.
Mm-hmm.
And it reached to Spanner said, boy, shall go expel me.
Mm-hmm.
And the judge intervened and said, boy, Mrs. McLennan, I'll take care of this.
Mm.
And him say, them time I think tapping cup, and they have tapping cup for player after the sunlight or something.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a training session
Mm-hmm.
and the judge said, Tegra, yeah, come training later, right? Just come check me and help me carry the gears.
Mm-hmm.
And when I pick up the gears and go past the woodwork shop there
Mm-hmm.
and go down, the whole of the sun. Well, when I go down there, I see everyone with either pins or bats or something. And it's like Dread just line up a disciplinary thing for me. Here, let me get one.
Well, that's better than the expulsion.
Yeah, man. Better, much better.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, man.
So I could go back then. I could take it like a little. I could go in a little harder because you come back school the first day now, and on the second day now, you get introduced to the Money Cup man them.
Yeah.
And which Money Cup match you remember? Because I got Money Cup match even before that. Which Money Cup match you remember? In the first year there.
1980.
Mm-hmm.
I can see. I think 1980 we go semi-finals. And I hear that we got semi-finals. I want to go semi-finals. I think 79 we got semi-finals.
We are talking about the cricket or the football?
Manning Cup.
Manning Cup.
Quarter-finals.
Maybe the quarter final.
You know the 2L8 man, that's when I'm first to take over the team.
Mm-hmm.
You know the
Yes.
2L. So
No,
maybe
no.
it's years.
I think it's 81 we did well. Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
80, I don't think I remember no standout match. 80.
Mm-hmm.
I think I remember.
No, it was a
80.
start. They made reorganize the zones, and we had a very short season with virtually coach the team. We get knocked out like after the very first round.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
81 we had a decent performance. I can't remember no much specifically. 80, 81.
All right.
81. This one will beat KC. We beat KC 79.
78.
Yeah, and you see because you go a match from so long before you come to school, it's like your memory I get.
Yeah.
Yeah, but let me ask you something. Maybe this might be easier for you. Which one of the sport them you end up like more early? Football or cricket?
Man, definitely.
Cricket.
I play a decent amount of cricket too. I never play sunlight because I didn't get wayward.
Yeah.
I play under 14 and Colts.
Mhm.
Freddie coach me in a course.
Remember,
Yeah, man.
remember the square cut.
Yeah, man. Love square cut. That was my weak. Well, mother said both my strength and my weakness. Because that was my favorite attacking shot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Me used to open the button.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Now before me ask you about the sunlighting them, which one of the man them who you come to school with where you know said they turn out to be big time cricketer or footballer? What are some of your classmates them?
All right. Truthfully, my classmates, me and Gobbler them, doing the same.
Or the same year in the start school, like a Patrick and Paul, yeah? Mm-hmm.
Paul, big ball of them.
Mm-hmm.
Goldilocks, Peter Sinclair was a big baller too.
Mm-hmm.
Probably one of the underrated baller them in Meadowbrook.
Mm-hmm.
Man like mine at them was a little ahead of me. Face to them was 1 year ahead of me. But them man them used to par with really, you know.
Mm-hmm.
When I come school. So
Mm-hmm.
in fact me and mine not play on the same same under 14 and Colts team.
All right.
Open the batting together too, you know.
So when you come in the first year now, you watch Sunlight Man at train, and where the first thing come to your mind? You think that when you see them man, bigger man than you at train on the ball, because I never watch a Sunlight match before you come to school.
No.
All right, so tell me a little about that then. The first time you see the man on my train and the first Sunlight match you remember I watch.
You know, sir, when I come first from that are the year team.
Yeah, man, that are the first time year. First year, I captain the team. I never reached semi-final, final that year, but yeah.
No, you did. It was a decent team, but you never reached finals or semi-finals.
No, we semi-final by 1 point. You don't remember that match from that year there? Because it remind me, say, the first time I captain the team, the match against Camperdown. You tell me, say, you remember that match, eh?
Remember that 88, the man. 88, there. I can't forget that, man.
You remember?
Team, man.
Yeah, the first match that you watch.
Yeah, man. Well, I don't think of the first match I watched, you know.
No, man, that was the first match of the season. That was the first match of the season. The fun life match.
Yeah, well, that's the first match I watched.
Yeah, so when you watch a match, what impression of that match after?
I get to love cricket more. Because I have a little introduction to cricket before I come to Meadowbrook. But I come watch that match there and watch the whole Sunlight team that was just so fascinating. Yeah, man. Eddie Pyle, playing long pace. Curtis, and these are Hillsman, you know, some of them know.
Oh, where you come from? Rockall or Red Hills?
I come from Coopersville.
Oh, Coopersville. Okay.
Between Rockall, Red Hills. So
okay.
Know Curtis.
Yeah.
I know them. You know of them.
You know of them. You call them is a legend from up in the hills, they say. Man, come on, Meadowbrook. Yeah.
So the whole other team there, they fascinate me.
So tell me. Go ahead.
If you remember, you know, I used to be present at the trainings.
Yeah, I remember that.
A field. Me and my brethren, Shane Clark. Really. Yeah.
I remember you come at the training. So, alright, so tell me which match, because I know when we talk about them things in it, have to go back in the memory. Tell me which match stand out you remember from the cricket, from the 82 years. Which one of the match you remember you started? Yeah.
You know, say a match for me, it's not even a match we win. But you remember a tapping cup match down at bottom field? Calabar.
Yeah, man.
Semi-finals, we lose by one run.
Can't forget that. Remember that, yeah.
Marston get a game that day there as a little youth, young youth in the team and was doing fairly well. And I think him get run out.
No, them thief him out, but the umpire reverse the decision. Yes. Them might try to block him like when them black basketball player. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
How much a standout? The finals against Calabar stand out. Yeah, man, because, you know, everybody think we get beaten.
Same things at Calabar. Which match? The second final, the 84 finals.
No, yeah, that's the 84 final. 82 was sometime we get them mixed up. But which one of them will play KC?
That's the 86 finals.
86. The Calabar will play
82 and 84.
82 and 84, yeah, man.
82, the win was never in doubt. From make 200, we know so we couldn't lose. And then 84, we make 100. And we bowl them out for 96. And then, yeah.
82 was fairly easy win. The team that was more dominant than the rest of them to me. 82.
So which one are they? Yeah, come in. So you never play no Colts cricket at all or nothing. Which one are they?
Yeah, man. I play Colts cricket, man.
Okay, so we play with?
I play with Minot, E. Brown. Most of the man them on the team when we play, they play on the 84 and 86 thing that team. Me did get a little wayward, so me never did that focus on the
Timon was on that team too. Timon.
No,
Team on upon the 82 team. 82
Timon
team.
on 81 and 82.
Yeah, team on upon 81 and 82. Team on in 6 on when they upon the 2. Yeah. Yeah. So alright. So tell me a little more about yourself then. Because you come in the first farm and the man them. So you follow up the football same way. You follow up you go a money cup match same way, or you just your sister now go school them time, or you manage that.
Yeah. Alright. So when me come in 80,
Yeah.
immediately after me come Meadowbrook, is like me just I mean prior to coming to Meadowbrook, me and my sister apart. But as soon as me reaching out the school, me just some other people me apart with.
Mm-hmm.
Man like Shane Clark, cause them man that did it in the and when me I go Meadowbrook, it was a thing where anyway you see Shane, it's a tag.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah man. So my follow up, truth be told, you know. And if you ask any other man them work or go to school, is really after me leave Meadowbrook, me get deeply involved in a football. So at Meadowbrook it was cricket and my thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah man. 4 round like a football and thing, but me used to just love cricket.
Mm-hmm.
Play cricket, follow the cricket. I follow the football too, but trust me, I follow the cricket
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
at a higher level.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, very few match miss me, if any.
Yeah, they are all of the match.
Competitive match, yeah, man.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
At one point, me had a score. I think we do have some scoring for the 82 team too.
Yeah, that's possible. So do it allow if you do like a scoring, if you teach you for scoring all them way there, yeah. Yeah, that's possible. That's possible. So, alright, let me ask you this then now. You watch a cricketer now. Which one of the cricketer them you look on pan and I say rated? One of them there, the man yeah. Which one of them inspire you them? Which for any one of the team them you look on and say this player yeah, is a cut above the rest. You don't like play like this player yeah.
Boy. I'm gonna be honest with you. He's a whole heap of man.
Well, call them out, man. Call them
Too
out.
much man.
And
Too much man. Yourself. Tim Curtis. From them older team there. That's the entire teams. You know, cause I was a batsman, so I'm more inclined. Look at the batting. When you look further down the line now, you have Wiggy, Hitchcock, Itchieberg.
Itchieberg, Wopton, Itchieberg, yeah.
Yeah man. Minot, they say Minot.
Yeah.
Yeah man, Minot was my captain and my opening partner.
For Cold Steam.
For the Cold Steam. So Minot, you know, big inspiration, same way.
Mm-hmm.
All of the band them man. Facey, Reese,
Mm-hmm.
Kevin, and Marston, because Marston was a Hillsman too. So you find that me and Marston, they have a very good rapport. So usually like me that training.
Mm-hmm.
And when we leave training, I mean Marston and them man, they go home together. So you know, it a whole heap of man there.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say a single man, but a whole heap of man there where me look on upon and say, yeah, you know, we want to be like them man.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you come on Meadowbrook then now, and you come, I just say you choose Meadowbrook, and you fit in a certain way, and you follow the sports and all them thing there. When you first meet the Dread, because you come and see the Dread, what the impression you meet let me ask you about the Dread first. What impression you get of Mr. Year? Let me call him by his proper name. When you meet him. Yeah. You meet
First time I really meet the Dread a sunlight training, you know. I go and I watch a sunlight training and some ball lick and I start feel some ball and I start follow up training and Dread. You know, it's like him just incorporate me in the thing. And as a supporter / water boy / you know, in fact, I used to meet the Dread early before training, meet him at his at Field Liquor place there, help him bring around the gears then.
Oh,
And then
I'm
thing there.
at the PE room.
Yeah man, at the PE room, yeah man.
Yeah,
Couple time me and the Dread I go bottom field, I'm little buggy there.
yeah.
Yeah
You
man.
you you will come like the gears manager. Yeah, take care of the gears
Man.
them.
Yeah man, me did become
Equipment
everything.
manager, please.
Sorry,
Equipment
sorry,
Manager.
Freddie. Sorry.
manager.
You the proper name and take a good I said.
Yeah man.
Equipment manager.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, man. So him take care of them wings a certain way. So that did surprise you. Because
Boy,
you just show up and just a field ball. It did surprise you say the man just incorporated in the team.
yeah, man. And then when me in a first farm, me play a interfarm match. Them time them they have interfarm, and the Dread was the umpire. Me was a standout player on my team,
Yeah.
And me a bowl and me a bat, and him invite me come under 14 training. No,
Yeah.
actually that happened when we reached second farm.
Mm-hmm.
Invite me under 14. And we met the team, and apart from now just being a supporter, I mean a player. I think the dreaded coach the under 14 team there.
Mm-hmm.
And then Freddie coach being a coach, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But Dread, may I tell you something? Dread thing is the discipline and the way we deal with people.
Mm-hmm.
Apart from him technical, because when we look on all the situation, cause when Mrs. McLennan say, yo, she have to expel me, cause big thing, and the Dread say, it's alright, Mrs. It was not so easy, cause she called him to her office and him say, it's alright, Mrs. McLennan, and I'll take care of this. And I say, what? In time that me a young youth. I said, what? I said the Dread part, and she just say, okay. She never arguing or nothing at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
And that surprised you in a certain way, say him with a
Told me never really surprised, cause me know say me a Dread boy from long time, me and Dread have a good little link, but
yeah.
and then now me think say me get a scotch free.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I never know say a little discipline there the same way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Dread line up the whole of the team for flag me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But you see, the thing is, whatever the Dread do, it's just practical. If not just do a thing and say, boy, well, then do it out of the hat on the street. It have to mean something. So when them give you a chance, it's not really a chance again. It's a contribution to your development.
Exactly.
And I spend deal with it.
Yeah, me
And
realize that.
not two things. Not two
Yeah,
things
man.
because the amount of things that me do and get away with it and become my Dread favorite, you wouldn't believe.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But who is able to contribute
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
in a positive ways, regardless of where they might fall off. Because remember me I'll mash up all 7-a-side football up there already. They didn't say a word to me.
What do you mean mash up?
Come on, mash up on 7-a-side competition one year, man. When with Jerome, what do you name Hart and Nigel Nichols. Remember them together?
Come on, Ivan Hart, yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
And I
that,
think that was good now. We enjoyed us nothing about it. So
where do you them? You mash them up?
I have to run them with my shirt, man.
I remember Freddie. I just what do we do again? What do we do for piss you have?
No, the game we are playing, and I don't know how much. I think we tackle Niger, the Nicholson.
Mm-hmm.
Ivan decides them all take it on, and I told them rush me with some stick.
Yeah.
It's a board. So me run now, and them things I run.
Yeah.
Then I run towards my machete.
Say that one machete, the rest machete you can take up.
No, me I must sit down back, man.
God.
And they said, what's the dread scratch him head, you know? Can't dread a rest of the game, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And scratch him head and said, what am I do now? And that's all. They must say nothing to
It
me.
must have nothing at all. It never go no further.
Never gonna further.
Cause them couldn't take it no further, you know, cause them come on draw first blood certain way, yeah.
The dread see it. Because even when me and Bravo they catch up the time,
Mm-hmm.
he tell me I'm glad some me rush Bravo, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I go like him too bad. Sometimes I'm get somebody to cool him down.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Practical.
Yeah.
Time though, if always practical, it means something. You know?
Yeah. That's I'm taking on and wing certain way, Tegre, because you see your dedication. Because what you're saying, you come in, you know, and you never business if you're a player, sir, you just love the game. I know you're there at time, remember, you know, you're there every training session, and you feel, and it's like, you know, you're cocky, you're not changing or nothing, you know. You just,
Oh, not all. Me and my khaki and just a feel.
yeah, I remember you're there talk and you're out there on the field. I feel if you want a man, a 12 man to come on and I train, you're there and you do and you never complain or nothing. It's like you say, you look nothing at all. You just love it and I follow it. No, you talk, remember. And the dread dog, I forget them things there now. Go ahead, Freddie, sorry.
The only thing Tiger used to do is commentate and tell people. That's it.
Yeah, man, I used to love mouth people. I don't put a deal and cheer. I used to run the cheering section too.
Well, we call that the union, you know, where you mount a man, you make a man quail up a certain way, you make him think opposing team batsman. But let me ask you something then, because I come back to the cricket now, because before I go back to the cricket, it sounds like you love cricket so much. When you have time, did you ever do any school work? Which teacher inspire you a certain way, sir? Which school work? Which teacher inspire you?
Yeah. And you know, the funny thing is, you know, me did, when it comes to schoolwork, me did, for some reason, was just well, I did very well with schoolwork.
Oh, really?
So, for some reason, I, I used to, me used to school and go watch match and them things, but me never really have no problem with passing and passing exams and them things.
Oh, no, I think your
I,
school
I,
work.
I tell you, I don't know. One of the time, Mrs. McCrennan tell me, say, boy, it's unfair. Cause most I look a rude boy, you know. But the way what away, you know, in terms of give trouble. And one of the time, Mrs. McCrennan tell me, say, boy, Tegre, you know, say it's unfair. Cause me and her up on them basis, they know, nickname basis.
That's what she call you? Tegre.
I tell her she call me.
That's like what she call it, yeah.
Yeah, she said, Tegre, you know, say it's unfair. You waste all these people time for the whole year and everything that they do in a year, 2 weeks. So, me did have a little thing with schoolwork from ever since, you know.
You gifted Tegre. You know, have to say, I would say you did gifted. You can't come play a match. And someone sit away there, you know, them come play all sort of sports and it's like them not paying attention in a class, but when it comes for performance, it's like you outperform everybody else.
Diego was not one of the same.
The legend himself, Leonard, Diego Johnson. Yes, yeah. Yeah. I'm glad to hear that, Ted Greg. So, span the respect you call Leonard Serrated. Yeah. You say you never have no particular subject you like or no particular teacher you like. Because
Maths was my favorite.
And which teacher used to teach you?
A teacher named Mrs. Griffiths.
Mm.
Mrs. Griffiths, in fact, one day she tell me, say, boy, because she used to teach my sister too.
Mm.
So it mean a first one, my sister, and a third one.
Mm-hmm.
One day she tell me, say, why me not teach my sister maths? Yeah, man.
Because she teach you 2 and she said, you can math better than your sister.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't. Freddie, you remember that teacher there, Mrs. Griffiths?
It's a, when it comes to, I tell you, it's in my later years now. One of my favorite teachers of all time. We're going to Meadowbrook, a Rory.
McGregor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. So, one of the time, one at a time. Cause me used to graffiti in the school. Me used to do some weird and well for trouble music, yeah. And used to graffiti in the school. So what I know is that every time this any graffiti is found on the school because as me tell you, so I go all graffiti Sabina and get in that trouble for that. So one of the other thing now with Rory say anyway in the school she go and say graffiti. She make me and Shane paint the place.
Cause she figure say I wanna
She don't
get.
say we, not care we, whether we are not. Anywhere she go. So every time she used to make Rory oversee, watch it, and paint the place. And then when Rory are bridging, cause you know Rory they love the cricket too.
Right.
Yeah man. In fact I me give him all the name there, you know, Tenet.
What a name there?
Tenet, cause how him get the name because one of the time me and Shane talk and we are say I think him I laugh after we cause we are paint like a whole block we are paint. It's like we turn paint in the school and she said Spanner have him a watch and him a laugh after me and Shane and like Shane I say look how far big and me I say that's not a forehead man, that's a Tenet.
Yeah, you used to call him Big Head. Yeah,
From that, we start calling Tenet. And I want to tell you, one day after we leave school, I'm going to go up there and call him Tenet. Because that did become a name, you know. And then I say, a whole name that, man. A penguin, them I call him.
But you see, I bring up the nickname Tegreg. Let me just say this clear for anybody who want to listen to this in time without, you know. When we call people by them nickname like Spanner or the Dread or Hitchcock or Jelly or Tegreg or it's because the affection we have for each other and the people them. Because when I say Spanner, when I say it's the affection, it's like we feel the people are our friend because how we treat them. So I just make it clear, man, we hear people call them nickname and things like this or this them, but it's not a this thing. It's the affection and the love we have for each other when we go on Meadowbrook. It's like you call each other by a nickname and a man not take it no way. If all I say it's not a mean-spirited thing at all. I just want to put that out there because next time people listen to this and I say, oh, let me call people nickname and all. But it wasn't like that at all. I can't speak for now, but we know say when we go to school, it's not a big thing at all. It's not a big thing at all because you bring it up and I just say, I want to clear up that because that is like, let me just make sure people are, because other people are listening to this, you know. And I said, oh, the money I call people nickname and all them things. I say, yeah.
Well, I'm glad they clear that up because even throughout high school and even now, you know, me and Mrs. McLennan had a great relationship.
Yeah.
Great. As much as more as a troublemaker in a certain way.
Yeah,
There
well,
was a certain mutual respect.
well, tell me about that. But before you tell me about that, let me say Spanner have that. Let me say Mrs. McLennan. I just say have that thing. Which house you did it now?
You know, here what me when I go to Meadowbrook, I'm going to Waterhouse.
Yeah.
And then when we reach about third or fourth farm, my brethren, Tony Moore,
Yeah.
yeah man, encouraged me for switch to Gosh Road.
What do you mean?
Yeah man, me switch house to Gosh Road.
So me never know that could have gone. You could have never know that could have gone. So you could have switched out. How you go about doing that?
Never legal. I just
I have to the ball not take. On the rough no hearted. Yeah. So from foot from in a got sure.
yeah, you know, Tony they don't come used to run like a long distance.
Yeah, and Tony more than that Hillsman too, right?
Tony Moore Hillsman, so Tony Moore, they don't want somebody to train with him.
Yeah.
Him say him a train for beat Gobbler.
Yeah. And grab like them in a ward.
Gobbler him in a ward. So
Yeah.
he want somebody for train with him for beat Gobbler. So me and him are going to train for run 8:15. And I want to tell you the wickedest thing. Me and him are train for beat Gobbler. And I end up beat him sports day.
B2, 20 more.
Tony Moore, we could beat Gobbler.
You couldn't beat Magic Island, but you beat 1.5 if you come train with him. Yeah.
Yeah, end up come second behind the Gabla.
Yeah.
He was trained for me. Yeah.
Yeah. So you not tell me about the great relationship you have with Miss McLennan.
So
Oh,
throughout school, I had a great relationship.
so the first time, well, before you go there, so the first time meet up was Spanner now. What was your first impression of Spanner? Kind of, you wouldn't have known her before you come to school. Her sister would have talked about her.
No. Here we go. I remember so she became principal just before me coming up. As it was Mr. Tar.
Just as the first year, yeah, maybe the first or the
Yeah,
second year, yeah.
yeah. So she became principal. The first year me come, she was principal. So the
Mm-hmm.
first time I meet up on her and I struggle me getting her.
Mm-hmm.
And I go to her office and thing, you know, she check on my grades, you know,
Mm.
that, and so some you know all them things that was special to me. Me I say, well, principal I check on my grades and so me in a trouble, and she said, see, I get good grades. I think this wasn't me in a second form. I when I go first form, I never really get in that much. First,
Mm-hmm. The second year, when yeah.
second year, I really start.
Mm-hmm.
She say, you know, yeah, I get good grades and thing and re and tea and you know, she love me and another day me there at the school and no, I think me at school we go a match. I try school, forgot to a match.
Mm-hmm.
And she kept like them she catch up on me or something. She catch me out of class.
Mm-hmm.
She asked me which class me have. And I said me have. I said it was a literature class. Can't forget literature class. Time where I read Animal Farm. She carry me in her office and she tell me chapter, read a chapter out of Animal Farm and summarize it for her. So at one point, me didn't know animal. I could have basically recite Animal Farm from the first chapter to the end. That is
Mm-hmm.
how well. Because what she did do after that is she said she did have a designated time for the day.
Mm-hmm.
Was to come link her that time. I don't remember what it was. It was probably like 2 o'clock. The time I come link her 2 o'clock every day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna come link her and he give me some work for them. Just just to make sure I'm not school.
Mm-hmm.
So enough time it was me have to run going. I think it was twice a week me have to link her. So me and her develop a thing from that. Get in a trouble. The thing that you know, she bailed me out a couple times too.
It's almost like you have a seat in our office and ready for when
Yeah
to come.
man, yeah man. It is very familiar with the office.
Yeah. I hear you. I hear my brother. All right. So this question now, you can give me a better perspective than most man, because you see, since you there so much training, most of the cricket training, why you tell me some of the fun memories them you have at the cricket training them, and you know if we go in and now, that's the one where you remember stand out and that's rated. Cause you know what I think remember about that season, them season of cricket. It's not even we end up winning on that. It's great, When you see the good times that were up on the training ground, them that's some of the most memorable thing them, man. Why you see if you remember some of the memories them. Because since the day of the training them, why your perspective in terms of say what you remember most from some of the training them.
Uh, I remember Dred used to run a drink with the man and like him say, yeah, training, yeah, back by yourself. And him say, like him say, you have, like, I didn't know him tell who for bats within a certain order. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe a bat. The batsman them always bat every day.
Mm-hmm.
Like 1 to 6 get bat every day, and then the other man them the main man the other man them get bat no one then or not as often. But him used to have a thing where him run and say like him say yeah train and him say you have like when you soon ready finish bat
Yeah.
him say you have 20 for make for X amount of ball. And he used to deal with it almost like a match thing. Yeah. Remember that, you stroke the ball and you run or you say
Mm.
gear 4 for that or in gear 2 for that and
You must
yeah,
prepare for, so when you see my do that now, what come to your mind? It's like this is not a regular training.
nah, man, it's the whole idea, the way you might prepare you, and you have to take it serious, cause you can't play a careless shot. If you play a careless shot and out in a period, there are some laps you start when you're gonna run laps till all the training done and all them things. There. It's just the whole thing,
So,
Yeah.
so in
So I'm
that,
telling you,
yeah.
hold on there. Remember I'm telling you about this thing that we made with JC from the Dread? I don't hear nobody else talk about it because I don't hear you talk about it. I don't hear Tegrick talk about it now. But something similar to Tegrick mentioned now. But what we used to do is the top order batsman, they will get 50 balls. You'd have 4 bowlers, 2 spinners, 2 fast bowlers, and 2 people at bat at the same time. If you're out in the first 10 balls, you continue batting. But if you're out after 10 balls, you would come out. So you have to learn to bat, at least bat long, and when you're training bat with discipline. I don't hear nobody talk about it, so I wonder if you do it with your team and Tegre team. And I think I do it with Tegre. Some of you know Tegre, remember that.
Yeah, man, you did do that with we. You did do that with we when I play
Yeah,
when
kind of dread me get it wrong.
yeah, man.
But
And your bat and
yeah, go ahead, Dante. Go ahead.
yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. But generally, truth be told, it was fun. I can tell you, Freddie, it was a whole heap of joy playing with you as coach, too. Because, a lot of what the dread, a lot of the drills, and the bottom line is that the dread, both of you made the training fun. And build a kind of camaraderie, a camaraderie between the team where it's like it's like a family. You became. So that was one of the things with me. Like as a little youth, for feel like a part of this family. So it was a joy to say, a little youth amongst them big giants or legends, as I like to call it. And the dread make you feel at home, in the whole thing. But the whole thing, remember, is that the training was fun. Even training was competitive. Yeah. So yeah, get the best bowlers are bowl at you, and you can't be careless in a training, and so at the end of the day, in retrospect, I mean, after that, we realized why we were able to jump that hurdle there.
For dominate, yeah.
And dominate like that. And me's one of the man them where even though we know the domination was in the 80s, I think that it started for me in my thinking, because I end up linking with a whole lot of people them from even 60s may have people me link with now in the Meadowbrook network. And I realized that the thing started, really the domination started probably mid-70s. The build up to being dominant in the 80s started in the about mid-70s.
You have that correct, You have that correct. And enough man to know this.
The formation and the thinking that, say, we are not, we are not also run, we can be there. So by the time I got there, I did already have a sense, we know, it's like we never look on anybody like say them was anybody we play against. We did feel like say we could beat them. And then now after I came in and I saw your team deal with it. And you never have no fear, and not care what the situation was. Cause I think couple matches, you had some situations where it looked like you know, not losing that, but was always able to dig it out.
Yep.
And with that, when me start play, I mean, when we go up against any KC, Woolmers, go down at them yard and we are play them, we not lose. We just have it, so we not lose. So we did have that. So,
Let me tell you the foundation of the start facing, and this is just my opinion, because when we go on Meadowbrook, Meadowbrook I get beaten left and right. Remember before I go to Meadowbrook, like you, I choose Meadowbrook. My sister and my brother go Meadowbrook. I used to watch, like you, I watch every result both of Meadowbrook I do. I see Meadowbrook I play Jagan make 317 for 3 to clear, and I bowl out Meadowbrook for 17. I know if it's accurate, but I don't remember. But I know say, so when they go to school now, we have a good team, but we not win. In terms of say, 1 or 2 man are good. But it's by the time I play calls, I'm say that it was changed. And him confirmed this, I talked to him this week, Mr. Beckford. Him take over the Colts team in 1976-77, the first year I coach the team. I think the first year him there Meadowbrook. And him tell me, say, look on the team over there. I'm going to send you a picture and I don't take I send it to Marston and Minard.
yeah.
And Freddie, when I look on the team, no fourth farmer on the team. I reached a Colts final in 1977. You hear me I tell you, Freddie? I'm saying it to Becky, I said, Becky, how come you never pick a foot farm up on the team? Them never good enough or them never want to play? And the man said my back and say, no. If I look on it and I say, I bill him a bill. And him want discipline. Say, better him have a man who want to play. And him prefer a team when enough self-confirm on the team. When you look on the picture, I'm saying the picture take Greg and you say, enough of the man in the second farm. Nobody ever in a fourth farm. Richard Ian Chung there on the team. I never even want to miss the picture over there. I mean, I say the foundation start from then. We go finals. I play Tifale Garden. And we get embarrassed. Well, we big batsman at the time. They have a dengue. I think a dengue fever there go around. Diego was the big batsman first year. And Diego sick per match there. So Tifale Garden embarrassed me. Right? And that was the foundation. If you see that, most of the men on a team there end up being the foundation. Each cock team reached 1987 final and our team reached the 82 final. You follow me? I said to you, so the foundation that the lay. And when the Dread come a year after, like Becky and the Dread work together in a unison in a certain way, I may tell you, can we look at that saying that them man they never did give me opportunity for play? Because me was the best player. Me never make sunlight in reach fifth farm, take Greg. You may tell you, me never play me never have a permanent game till me repeat fifth farm. Yeah, man.
So, let me ask you something. Becky, first question. Becky, I know Becky with the crack glasses.
Same one, Mr. Beckford, same one.
Wait, what's that? I read that. And him did love the cricket too.
Right, that's why I'm follow up the cricket. Him was an integral part of them youth. I'm groom. That's what I youth there. Diego Bini. All them man will come to the school from first to third farm. Him groom that set of man them there. Me now look on the picture So Ferdinand Ben, Dougie Crooks. All of them man there. Did up on the 1977 team.
Dougie Crooks,
Donat Dixon never play with him that year. The Chung them, remember Richard and Ian Chung, maybe never there school. You probably did.
No. Me no know.
They made up on the semi-final team. Freddie know them good. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So them play with me and them play the year after, I think. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that team's so sure I think they go foreign. Yeah. No, man. So you're right. Take like the foundation did lay, from 1977,
Yeah.
Because it's all the man them. Becky decided to select the Colts team, and when the Dread come in, well, you don't know what they say. If you're a superstar, the Dread not around for drop you. Enough man come as.
Yeah. Dread no deal with superstar thing.
No.
I the same thing with Freddie,
Well.
yeah. With the Dread thing, a team thing.
Yeah, man.
Dread that.
Freddie tell me same play a match up at JC and him tell the referee him take off a man and play with 10 man. And the referee tell him nah more trained and him say no it's alright, I'm gonna play 10 man. Cause the 11th man we might take off and mash up him team. So him best say Him mentally injured. Refer to my man come out say mentally injured.
Yeah, man.
Mental hurt to cancel instruction. So we take him out.
Yeah.
So the foundation they did well here, man. The foundation they did well here. So it's like when you come on. So let me ask you something, Greg. At any time when the first year when we win, 82. At any time you think say no before me go there, so before me ask you that question there, can you bring up something and you almost a slide over it and you say they have a match. When you play a away match, when you get to the match, you come in at the team bus or you drive with the dread. When you play a match away, or you get to the match
We used to big boss. Big boss.
Why?
We drive for the dread, you know.
Yeah.
Go match already.
So it no matter what the match I play.
Yeah, man, me dead, man. No matter what the match I play.
You take boy, me forget you I forget an award because you're dedicated no right. You and you do that from your little boy. Yeah, boy.
You man, me and Shane, cause we don't love it. We want to watch the match them.
Mm-hmm. I'm can't you there talk and I can't remember Shane face and I forgot look for him in the book to
Yeah,
right.
man. You cannot tick. You know him, Derry. They go.
You know him, you know, if you see him, you know him, man.
He's not cricket man.
Yeah, man. Anyway, me the Shane
After a while,
there,
they
man.
get kind of thick with them brown skin and thick.
Bro,
All
yeah,
again.
man.
That's
Yeah,
what-
bow leg. Yeah.
And you know, it's the other day, you know, Donovan car.
Yeah.
Donovan car.
Another ill man.
Yeah, she asked me the other day if me know Shane. So I said, yeah, I used to teach him. And she said, it's our cousin.
Now when last year, Greg?
Clark.
Shane Clark. I must know him for true, but you see I call him name and now I say, I forgot look for him.
I think he used to start play like a cricket too, you know, but I'm quite sure.
He used to bowl pace. He used to bowl pace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you go to Melbourne, you meet him, Greg, or him to come from up in the hills with you?
Yeah, he come from the hills. But again, he was a year ahead of me. But me never really a par too tough with people in my year group. Me used to par with the bigger set of youth.
That's why you get in so much trouble.
Yeah, true. Yeah, man. So Shane was in a second farm when I come in the group first.
Yeah, I'm going to look through the book when I come out of this car. You talk about Shane, and your Shane still close. It sounds like.
Yeah, man. The man, they're family, man. Most of my friends now are Meadowbrook people. You know. I make some lifelong friendships at Meadowbrook.
Yeah, we'll come to that. But let me ask you something. At the year a 3 time I win. Sunlight and I win Walker Cup, I think 2 times.
Yeah.
Right? When you win the first time, did you have any doubts in your mind? Were you surprised that you win, or how did it feel that win make you feel?
It's the fact it was the first major trophy.
The first one, 82, yeah.
Yeah, 82. It have a special feeling. But truth be told, you know, following the training and following the team throughout the season, it wasn't surprising because, as I said, we some matches. I mean, when I can't remember them, not specific now, but there were times when it looked like we did have a lose match or like match have a draw, and we dig out some matches through the season. That team that they just have that 82 team that had a thing about them, a little era about. I think that was, if I can say, yeah, out of all of the teams that win, the 82 team was the most dominant.
Yeah, man, the most, in terms of winning, the most comprehensive, yeah.
It was the most, it was, yeah, man, in terms of, and probably the best team too. Probably you could have said that, you know, in terms of top to bottom.
All round talent and because yeah man, the 16-1 by that team because Kevin Reese is a member of that team, the Marston. So they did a groom, yeah.
Itchy, them three.
Itchyberg, yeah.
So the dread did start groom some people. So the whole of the man them on that team there was excellent players.
Yeah.
And any man, wow, you know, every day somebody come good, you know.
Yeah, man.
Remember, I think in the finals, I think they end up make a whole runs into the finals, which was not expected. Goosey, now that's how it go. Goosey make
Goose
some
make
run.
40 yard, yeah. Goose rope now make 40 yard,
Yeah, so
yes. Yeah.
so any day a man can come good and a man you just take out a man today and it's a different man today and him still a perform.
It was
The
it.
team was yeah.
No,
That's why training for the dread was essential enough. That's why you have to train. Because you don't know who will find form unless you see them in training. So when you miss a training, a big thing that you dread. Because maybe man look on you now for play the game and you don't come out training. Him not gonna prove it. Him not prove himself right or wrong. Cause I want to know if he make the right decision.
yeah.
So you have to come training. You know, but a lot of people think you don't come training today and you come tomorrow. So you're alright still because you're a star. No, not with the dread.
No.
No.
Time of
And
plans.
if you're not train the day before match, you are not playing. And
Not,
that
not,
are the
not,
dread
not just the
matter.
day before match, there, Greg. You get picked for merit, for your
That's
performance.
it.
You're not
It's
training.
not about the last match where you play, or it's from performance, and you have to show the right attitude and all them thing there.
Not training.
Remember now, when I
Let
walk,
me tell you something. Wait, tell him. Not tell you something. The 80 team and me captain. The day before, the week of the the semi-final. You do the same 50 ball thing, that thing. That's something, but with bat real good.
who that?
Last week.
Who that bad good?
Me the bat good.
Yeah.
And him come to me and tell me, say, listen, him not going to change anything because of bat good. Don't think because of bat good, he might change the order. That's not his plan. But in case somebody out early, I will lose 2 quick wicket, him can send me for pad. Because I want to come stop it. So him have everything planned out. So when you say dread or something, it wasn't just off the top of my head, it was well planned out. You know? Sometimes he tell me some things where he would have like me do. I'm saying, oh, that's going to work. But you never know until you do it.
No,
That's why training was important.
let me tell you what I remember when picking team for merit, and that's something I beg for the say to Becky, as me say. Because that to me make a difference in terms of how Meadowbrook end up dominate the cricket, and I think the cricket dominance and the attitude spread over into the football. Because enough of the man them carry over that team spirit there and the fighting spirit there in the football thing. And the discipline. Because when you look at that talk, him come under the dread and him talk about the discipline. And the finals, you know, we're going to play Calabar in the finals. And the day before now I pick the team. And the dread always give me leeway. Me and him would have picked the team and sit down. And it was a toss up between whether I play Candy, Byron, like a big man, Earl, or Timan. And Timan was a spiritual leader. Because before every match, Timan I say a prayer for you and all them way there. Right? But the week of the training, because we camp out the whole weekend and train at bottom field every day.
Yeah.
Candy bat good. And I say, boy, I prefer Candy play more than Timan. Even though Timan I play most of the match, you know. Because Timan was a reliable bowler. I went him, but Candy look better in the field. You follow me, I said to you. So at the end of the day, I pick Candy because the dread say, me tell the dread say Candy and I never pick. So I'm going to give me as captain the leeway if I say, boy, okay, you pick the man because based on performance again. Because let him teach me, and I said, boy, I pick a team based on how the man I perform at the given time when a match I go play.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So that was a powerful thing, man. That was.
And guess what? I think the whole that whole discipline around how you get selected, and I think it bring out the best in you. You
Well,
know, because I'm going to tell you another thing that I remember from the dread. And is a cold steel. Ichiberg. When Ichiberg them a play, the year before me start play, Ichi a play. Ichi was the big player on the team. Ichi a open batting and him a open bowling. And we a play KC a bottom field. And Ichi top score. Ichi make 76. He was the last man out. 70 something him make. 70 high. He was the last man out. And Ichi make a careless shot and out. Them time they me have the sugar bun them, cause sugar bun and something like for lunch and things. And each it out and I walk off for the field like him a big star. Each a come off and Jed say, Each that was a careless shot, man. Run some laps. I tell you something, Itchy I run laps until a time for the team go up. Itchy not get no lunch.
Yeah.
Him
Yeah.
top score 70 yard and out careless. And at 8 wicket him take the day.
How did you discipline him?
8 wicket him take. Bowl down KC for about 70 something. Him bowl down KC for. Yeah, man, it's like fire in him belly, man. Him get about 4 sugar bun when match. Yeah, man. But I saw the dread work, man. Him discipline. And I think me learn a whole heap. And some of them things that carry me through life, you know? You know, and work ethic and all that. Yeah, man. I one at a time, you know. Well, I did get, I don't know if I go too far, but I did get involved with Meadowbrook. Well, each cock know, Freddie know, with it kind of take over the football program. Me and Billy, you remember Billy?
Yeah, man, Billy Lion. Yeah.
Me and Billy take over the football program, and we have a nice team. 96, a team. What do you call good baller on the team? And we have 2 big ball, 2 good baller. Claude Davis, we end up go play in the EPL, English Premier League. Claude Davis and a guy named, him again, man.
Williams.
Yeah, Williams. Kadian. 2 big forward today. But they were playing for during the Manning Cup season, them play for Hazard. Hazard ended up win Premier League that year. But the 2 of them used to play for Hazard. We had a semi-finals against we had played Walker Cup semi-finals against Norman Manley, who was the Manning Cup champion that year. Then they win Manning Cup already, and we have a semi-finals against them. Stadium East. And I think the match was the Friday. Cause we tell them, we specifically tell them, say, don't, it's a Manning Cup of them priority. Them not for go no, for the week that them not supposed to go no Premier League training and them not supposed to play in a match. I want to tell you, say, them go play a match the Wednesday. A Thursday, we see in the paper. The 2 of them scored too in the match. 2 of them score for Hazard in the match. And we tell them, say, them nah play the Friday. We tell them, say, them not even travel with the team. And not care how them beg we. All the teacher them come and beg we to make them play because them are the big baller. And so when I play them, we end up beat
Norman Manley
give 3-0 in the Manning Cup semi-finals with them, and we give them 2-1 without them in the Walker Cup semi-finals. So we take some things from the dread too, you know.
No, man,
so we know certain thing, discipline and team more important than anything else.
Yeah, man. That's one I listen me take to, man. And Marston talk about that. Luke talked about that last week, and it's like, if you don't have the discipline, I'm glad you take it to another level, even though you not play. At the same mentality I wanna say, if a guy got things say him bigger than this, it better you play without him. Him.
Man.
I believe in that 100%, man. If a man
man. 100%.
Especially in a team sport. Because team sport not easy for winning now. Team sport. And you're the team sport is now. If everybody not gelling now, because you're the vibe that run now if you are build a team. And the rest of them say, man can do what he want to do and get games same way. The rest of them are going to lose team spirit,
Yeah, man.
So it's a powerful lesson that, man. It's a powerful lesson that. But and everybody have the strength to do it, But it will teach we all over there upon this now, and Pass it on to the people we are around with, whether your family or your weight name, then I say, if you're not disciplined certain way, don't bother come talk to me. Don't bother come talk to me at all. So, I'm glad you pass on them lessons to take, Greg. And it's not too far out, because Meadowbrook, you talk about same and you talk about certain things where if a youth are listening to this now, or a old student are listening to this now, I must say, yeah, there's nothing you can say wrong with what I say, yes or no. Because of the truth.
Live sports.
Of the truth, right.
And you know, if you do nothing else, it break down the whole camaraderie. When that breakdown, team breakdown, and there's no individual that can bigger than the team. Not in a no team sports at all.
None at all. One man can mash up the team, man. One man can mash up the team.
That you get to learn.
Yeah.
And I Meadowbrook, I go learn that. I mean,
And Meadowbrook, you learn that.
yeah, man, I Meadowbrook, I learn that, man.
So, let me ask you something. Yes, I just said that then. Is there any good tips that you that pass on to you? When you animal talk, as a youth, you say, right, you never forget to tell you this. Like certain little lessons them I tell you. And I'm not tell you like it's a lesson, you know. I like something that I repeat over and over. Is there anything you remember when I tell you? And I say, yeah.
Directly to me, just generally, or in same things I would talk about, you know. Discipline, just how to live your life, you know. Cause dread is a teacher, you know.
Okay, question. I know, but I don't have jelly know, but that it's like you will never leave Meadowbrook because you talk about how you came in and the teams from Poles following the Manning Cup team and so on. And eventually, as I know, you were the president of the Past Students Association. So all these qualities that you gained from being around the Dread and other teachers, you think that helped you with your leadership in terms of that?
Not just at Meadowbrook, being around Meadowbrook, but through life. Hard work, remember, preparation. So, you know, my job now, certain things you have to do research and and things. So just the whole preparation, the way, and Jelly asked me a question earlier about how me when we get from the training, one of the things when we learn is that preparation is most important. Is the most important thing in anything where how you prepare for it, you know. Because and if an opportunity come your way and you're not prepared for it, you're not going to get it. So that's one of the things where we learn more than anything else. Preparation, how you prepare for anything that you're doing is the most important thing. Discipline in how you do things. And I'll tell you something, you know, just the whole as you say, I can't stop giving back to Meadowbrook. Nothing can stop me from giving back to Meadowbrook, you know. Based on based on what I think I got from Meadowbrook, because I left Meadowbrook. When me leave Meadowbrook, I go straight into the working world. So I never I just go straight into the working world when we leave Meadowbrook as a 16-year-old. And you know the amount of things. That's what I'm tell you. I probably me not take a specific thing now, but just being around the Dread, span ourselves, whole it for me in terms of teaching me things, working with me, because you know by the clean discipline what me did up. And a lot of people that think, people closer to me in a school or I'm in a class and all them things. People that think say, probably when me leave Meadowbrook, me now go, you know.
You live up to the nickname, Ted Reg.
I think say that would I live up to.
Yeah.
It is what I learned at Meadowbrook, and me say it all the while. It's not no one person inspired. There were so many people. Usually Freddie, big time, cause Freddie was my coach at Meadowbrook. Freddie teach me a whole heap, you know, in the school. The dread himself. A whole heap a big man. When I look when the 82 team, that mean a lot to me, you know what I say? That instill a kind of sense of pride in you for making know. And I think even the man them were going for in the football, as you say. Will say that, too, you know. So the 82 team, you know, it give not only pride, but you make you know, say
a sense of purpose, you know, say you can do this.
purpose. You can do things, and you see, especially for me, because I was there in the process. I saw the preparation. I see the man them in a training. Me see the camaraderie, the way how they deal with it. 'Cause it was like a family. That was a very close set of youth. Yeah, I remember that. Well, in that time, I look at youth and I was looking at another like a man. It is a different thing. So it was a nice, you know.
Yeah, you said the right word, Tegre, because I saw me remember it back to it was like a family thing, man. When you train, it's like the training done, you never want to go home with the train, and you stick together and you have a different place. Cause we come from all over the community, you know. Cause Pembroke me live over Evandale, and then I said man live over Rockall, and we take different direction. But you know want to go home. The match and we don't want to go, man. Then we follow. We just I just say when we get to we. And you know, realize it when you go there, you know. It's when you leave now, you look back on it, you know. Like with have them conversation, you say, rated. The comradeship I would have with the dead man and the family. The embracingness of Meadowbrook, no matter make you feel like, say, because you talk about your experience, you know, and you say, boy, you was a troublemaker. It's not like you was not saint or no bookworm or nothing like that at all, but you never felt like an outcast. You and she never feel like no outcast at all because
Never.
you know the man. But even from the second day you come out of school and the football man them discipline you a certain way and then them embrace you as them friend.
Yeah, man. And I tell you what, you know, so the same man that were discipline me, them man that take me under them wings and no man couldn't do me nothing after that. You know?
You have protection from them man, right.
Man just start protect me. So it was a thing like that, you know. Them kind of thing there.
Yeah.
Them things they you know learn them things that you know. You know, learn them in a university.
No.
So all when Dread line up the man them for flag me. And I will for man them every day, you know, cause I see Cheddar and I'm go all court and I'm buck up Cheddar. And Cheddar say, boy, Tegre, look like you want one more of the Dread discipline.
I remember it too.
Cheddar was a part of the thing. Cheddar, them time the Cheddar judge in the court, you know?
Yeah.
Court fatigue. And Cheddar come to me one way and I say, boy, Tegre, it look like you want to clear the Dread this, boy, pick one more. So you realize them things there, and not where you go in a class to learn, but you know, after you reflect on it and you realize that them money do you a big favor in your life.
Let me ask you something. For a man, the reputation of your name, even Spanner know you by a nickname. What the most embarrassing moment you remember? You look back and I say, right, you can't laugh about it, you know.
I want to tell you, and it happened a lot, but the first time when it happened, we come assembly hall. I think at the same occasion there, you know, when me thing there, you come in at the assembly hall and you know them time that we in the assembly hall, you have devotion in the assembly.
And the old school there, yeah.
And the whole school there. And Spanner attack a thing and say. And when she done, she talk about an incident and she said, and these two boys, and me and Shane stand up together in the assembly hall. And when she call her name, it's like everybody just part from the side. And left a space with me and him alone and the whole assembly hall. And thing. And think of graffiti with the graffiti the school one. and I think at the same Rory there go bus pound way and tell her say she see where him see where graffiti.
So which farm in them time there?
And we in about second or so far, or third farm. Second farm, third farm. And the whole place just part and we alone there in a little spot in there I said there. Embarrassing, man.
But you
You
realize
know?
just how the school or Meadowbrook deal with that, you know, is a special way them a deal with it, you know, because no for that school that through the gate it gone, you know.
Exactly. Me know with my rep when me have another school me I tell you the truth, me think if I had enough of that school had a gone, wouldn't be there. I think I'm gonna go through some phases though. So, you know, me 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 me, me I had a single mother. My mother whole package that never about. So
Yeah, the
you know,
tough. I know them way. So you come to school and it's like cricket was like in a sense, when you go watch cricket and I play cricket, they're like in a different world.
yeah, man. So you say already I say you know want go home, me no want leave school. So even when me in a first, second, third, when we go to school, I'm at 2 shift. And when it mean up a morning shift, me there at school to evening shift now. So you couldn't tell which shift me there upon. If me there for evening shift, me there at school first thing in the morning.
Just like
And I
how just like how couldn't tell her which house you know with the water, God sure.
me not necessarily in a class, you know, but me there at school. So
Yeah.
no school day no miss me there, you know.
Mm-hmm.
At school every day. So school was like a nice little refuge for me.
School is a home away from home for you, man. Or your home as it says, like school. In a sense, you feel better at school than at home based on how
Yeah,
you
man.
that's what I mean. That's what I mean, Greg.
But Tigre, I always wonder why you are. You know, say, I can't remember Tigre missing a training when me just coach my
Oh,
team. I can't remember, and
never
Tigre
miss.
tried to keep wicket if I can remember right. We not
Everything.
go
Yeah,
home.
man. Yeah,
So I
man,
was
you're right,
wondering
man.
why, but you know, I sometimes even play Tigre because of the dedication and how often in their training every day. You know, because them used to tease them about the same square cut there.
Yeah, man.
I would have tried like six and maybe one out of the six him connect.
Yes, I remember I'm screwed with the other day at that no Freddie.
Man, it was good when it connect, it look good, you know,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah,
he
yeah,
miss more than him connect.
yeah,
But you
yeah.
just have to play him. You just have to play him because if Tegre don't do well, and I become never try.
Right, right, and that.
And you know, the thing is now, Mr. Boy, maybe the day when I drop him, is the day he would have perform,
What,
and that would have probably helped. I remember one day we go for JC, we don't play. And you remember Jerome Jones, Tegre?
yeah, man.
You remember Jerome Jones, man? You remember Martin Young, the man, them, that crew there.
Yeah, man. I remember Gummer them and Martin. I remember Martin the on the team too. Martin Young,
Yeah,
the
man,
on the
Martin
team.
Young, Folks,
Folks,
and all them.
Carlos Pattinger, the of the team as a little youth. Nice little
Yes,
young youth.
Carlos was
Ball
our spinner.
down.
And
In and out. But
yeah,
but me play every game under you, do you know?
yeah, every
DJ,
game
me play every
because
game.
sometimes
But
people, some of them even some should drop you. Honestly, some of the boys will say,
yeah,
I just 4 year making another match than you make. But it was difficult for me personally to drop you and try. Because you want, as a coach, you want to see a player who try come good. I don't bias in our ways still enough. But if a
we make some
player
score too, you know. But here was
up
my thing, Freddie. My thing was me
full
and mine not used to
the
open
standard
batting.
where you try set in terms of 10.
Yeah, me and mine not used to open batting, and mine not. I can't remember. I don't know if you remember a match we play a Jago where
Oh, yeah.
the opening partnership was 67. And when mine
Yeah,
not
mine not
when
make 46.
no when mine not out at 2 meter.
Yeah, I mean, mine not make 46, yeah.
I went on to think. But then we got KC one time. I end up
So we win the
44.
match, you know, win the match and
Yeah.
when we reached back to school, the dread even surprised to win the game, because Jager was
Diego
one of
was
the
a big
top team.
guy.
Yeah, and when we reached school, the dread asked me, "You really win?" I said, "Yeah, we won the game."
Greg, you see that incident there about man make 40 than you make 2?
Yeah.
Remember I play Evelyn Cup or Minor Cup match at Bottomfield. You probably remember that youth there. Dango. And Dango never afraid of cracking. I mean, if you didn't know cracking when you come to school, but cracking is a lieutenant to himself, right? I will play Ivan Cup match at Bottomfield today. I mean, I bat with Dango. I want Dango, I lick the man all over the place. Dango probably come to today and I must 10 me make, because I'm just stand up and what Dango but and just turn it over and give me strike. Because I say me I learn and I watch him crap, because them time I'm not the team, I mean, I struggle. You follow me, I said to you, so where I tell me I know nothing. When I go through and I say, right, you bat with someone who can bat better than you. But yeah, we see that about the team thing, you hold a partnership together. You see what I say? So that story where you tell with you and mine, that man, I important story them there, man. I important story them there.
I remember the game, because the game I started late.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Remember, man. Freddie used to warn me about the foot square cut that too, but I the only weakness that better down.
Peter, would that Freddie repeat?
Track training. The game started late. The game started late because the Chicago team have track training. And we decided so we play for win the game.
Yeah.
Because we didn't have nothing to lose. We didn't have anything to lose, Because Jager expect everybody expect Jager to win. So I think that's one I think I tell just play straight. Because one time I say play straight. Man, Jerome was supposed to play across the line too much. And I think that game just continue to play straight. So him couldn't make no runs because the only scoring shot was a square cut. But it helped,
Yeah. So, let me ask you something, Greg. With all them cricket match you watch and them thing, which innings stand out you remember the most? From any batsman where you used to watch, or we admire the most in terms of... Alright, which innings stand out the most to you?
Batting. Alright. So Meadowbrook, as much as we win a whole heap of matches, I think in terms of batting and whatever, a whole heap, but your 88 down a bottom field against Camperdown was a big innings to me. And I think Mr. Cheddar play a match against which team again? Cheddar play a match against KC. Cheddar make 100 or something like that. 100 and him did make no fronts or 90 something. I think against KC, That did stand out. Cheddar in 85. Cheddar is funny is a match where we lose.
Him tell me about a match.
Semi-finals for true him play innings in another match.
Him tell me about a match. I don't remember it. I'm never there at school. I'm never go watch.
Yeah man. But remember them remember that. But mostly remember from Meadowbrook the bowling performances of them.
So tell me about some of the bowling performances. The one I remember it stand out to you.
McDonald against alright, I'll tell you your 82 team there. I don't remember the real standout bowling performance because the team did the wickets tend to be shared.
Yeah, it was a good all-round team. It's not no one-off thing. Everybody, this way, we Curtis to take wicket, or Goosey, or Eddie Pyle, yeah.
So the wickets were shared. In fact, that was probably the best batting team, the teams that won. Because the other team, 84 team, never known for batting, but the only thing is they make 80, them go bowl you out. So, standout performances when we remember the spinners. Remember Dirk. Dirk was the most consistent, I think. Well, we have Meadowbrook. McDonald take in 84. McDonald take a whole heap of wickets in the semi-finals and the finals. Yeah, man. Him take about 18 at the finals.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
84. That standouts. Um, yeah, them they won't remember. Ichi Burke, as I'm tell you, Ichi, in the Colts match there. The
But
8-0.
Ichi the start out as a spin bowler first.
Yeah, him start as a spin
Yeah,
bowler. And
other
then
spin bowler.
So who turn him into a pace bowler?
Dread.
Mm.
Dread. Turn him in a pace bowler.
Mm. Can remember Ichi in a first farm. I spin him about some leg spin and then.
But you know, say, I'm gonna tell Jelly before. The dread was also responsible for corner wash bowling pace, and people don't know that. Yeah,
Mm.
him switch Cody because him tell Cody say every leg spinner can bowl pace,
Mm-hmm.
and Cody start bowling pace, and you know what happened after that.
Mm. Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, but Ichi turned out to be one of the best fast bowler Meadowbrook produced, man. I mean, only Kraken, as me I say, would I reach close. Well, Kraken to me was the best, right? Because Kraken had blazed sunlight from first farm. And Ichiburg a very close second in terms of pace and intimidation because Ichi did strong and Ichi did big.
Yeah, but in terms of pace, Eddie Paul
Yeah.
behind cracking in terms of
Yeah,
pace.
Eddie the deceptive, you're right. Eddie didn't look like him fast, but yeah.
And when him ready, him have a little body line attack there where everything,
Mm. Yeah, man, yeah.
your belly and chest here, everything.
Yeah.
Eddie. Remember, Eddie knock out Molo on the concrete down the bottom field there,
Who that talk about that? Who that talk about it
Yeah.
last week? I thought him, Eddie did it do Molo?
Yeah, man. Me there the training the day, man.
Yeah?
Yeah, man.
A bottom field,
Muller
it
was
talk.
black you know.
Yeah, Farquharson, Donald Farquharson. That's the same name.
No, the Farkas, yeah.
Yeah. Molo was a very, very good all-round cricketer,
Yeah, man, I know. Because I'm not play on enough of them team that too.
Yeah, man. Molo, maybe at that slow down Molo. 'Cause I think that incident happened in about 83.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Molo did that for. In fact, I think Molo did that for few months. He wasn't even at school.
That's how bad the league was.
Yeah, man. Dangerous, man.
That time before, man, I bought to helmet because I tried the first school boy come back to helmet.
Helmet.
I remember that.
Remember,
A white helmet.
Yeah, but I remember that.
remember my face itchy in a house match. I can bowl out. Them itchy play for Rockney. Sometimes they with the gosh shore. And we bowl out Rockney for 90 something and come off of the pitch and celebrate. I think them time the Reese a captain gosh shore. And although me was a opener, my bat, I think I bat about 5 in the match. But me I tell you, Itchy, and I think McDonald the dep on the team there too. But Itchy have the whole of way I jump up and down the day, man. I think I was 70 I would make. Itchy a leg of leather that day there, I can't forget it, man.
Yeah.
Itchy the dangerous.
Yeah, man, some of them matches are nice, man. The most match and them farm matches. The competitive spirit of the other play each other, it build the team spirit a certain way because when we play each other, it's good and nice, so remember that.
Yeah, man.
Remember that.
But that's why I say even in training it was competitive. Training because everybody a play. When a man pad up and going for bat, it is I don't know joke thing, is him a compete from day one and a man he say a man a run from up on the first one block. Them times of the concrete there up on the top field there.
Yeah.
Under the tree there. Yeah, man. So.
But talking about training, Greg, because an opportunity me get, I have to run a pole, Because, as I said, man, the slowest 100 meter ever run a Meadowbrook between me and P. Brown, and I one of them training session there, You did the 100 meter race there?
The dead man, PB, they would have said, I was the slowest man in the school. PB at one pace.
Right.
Yeah. Who did win though? Are you or him did win?
You must say him win, eh?
I would
Freddie, you know about it,
No, but FIBA was that slow.
How you talk about Freddie?
You don't slow, man. But guess what? Guess what? If you run a 5 tow, you have problem with
Yeah,
it.
you can't, yeah. Freddie, you know, some remember I beat him, man. As slow as him, as slow as me was Freddie. That look at that boy. That it must be slow for me. I run left for me.
FIBA,
Him claims that me, him claims that him win, and me I said no, I mean remember. We soon find out that we win, man. We can't get the country.
But remember the race the time, man.
Yo, and them the team spirit we talk about, you know, because I always say was like the place match up the day, you know, me I think enough that bottom field. Because the dread the day too, you know, maybe the dread could have decided I remember who win, you know, because the dread the day I want to get because all part of the team spirit, you know, take it. All part of the team spirit, man.
Big proud to, you know.
Mhm.
That's another thing to, you know, another proud moment for me, you know. Because what happened is that, because the first time I meet Courtney was, is Excelsior come play with in a practice match. And nobody never did their umpire. The dreader run the one end and said, boy, Tegre, let's run square leg. You remember the match there? I went, that was, I think I 83 still. No, man, I 81.
81 man, that I was last year at school, yeah.
81. The dread said, go run square leg. I'm down at bottom field. Them time feel big, me I said, and the great court. Them time the court was you know, the Jamaica team.
Just make Jamaica team there, yeah man.
Yeah,
Remember
man, yeah, man. And then a couple years after that, I'm in the West Indies team. So me I say, you can imagine me there I run a umpire with a great court to watch.
Yeah. You have the memories there, yeah.
Yeah, man, me was square leg. But you know, yeah. It was the days.
So, me ask you something, Ted Greg. With all the lessons that we learn at Meadowbrook and go through on and off the field, because I just say, your book work, you're gifted enough that the book work never matter to you. You just have the book work. You know if you do for pass and go through.
Yeah.
What the best learning experience you take from Meadowbrook?
Boy, a whole heap of them happened to me.
Well, have the time. Name them off, man.
I tell you one where it's not something that happened to me, you know. I'm probably don't know Marston might tell you about it. Cause Marston, me Marston, me the Florida Marston shout me and say, you know, I can't go eat a lunch and thing. And him there and I eat Marston. I talk about Tapping Cup finals down I think of Melbourne it was. Yeah. And the dreader I do some fielding practice. I think Marston did a complaint or something wrong with him and 84 it was. And dreader do fielding practice. And Marston a captain the team the year and I'm lick up some ball for Marston catch. And Marston a full round. And like him a full round, you know him like him a run and not catch the ball. And the judge drop him. In the finals. Captain and probably the best player upon the team at the time. And judge drop him. So you know.
So what lesson you take from that if you remember the incident?
Eh?
You remember the incident?
Yeah, man, remember the incident, man, and the judge drop him.
So when you see the judge drop him, what run through your mind? Were you surprised, first of all?
Well, the first lesson we get from that, and we have some other incidents.
Yeah, man, go through them too, yeah.
82, what a Colts team. Nice Colts team. We end up go finals. That was cricket football team. We end up go finals the year there, and we get beaten by, I think it's Alcatiefen boys, that KC. KC beat with 1-0 in the finals. But remember, we had a quarter-finals match. I think it was against Harden. We had a quarter-finals match. And training, Dread had a training the Saturday. And 5 of the top ball of them on the team that come at training. The goalkeeper never come, Errol Silveira. The 2 gobbler them never come. And you know them, they are big ball up on the team. Who else never come? Robert Salter, I remember. Salter was a big forward.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember who the other man was, but I remember them four, five of them not come. Five sure starters didn't come to training the Saturday and turn up to play the match was the Tuesday, I think, either Monday or Tuesday, and none of them don't even change.
Yeah.
And we end up winning the match.
Mm-hmm.
Win the match. And it was a quarter final, knockout.
Mm-hmm.
Those were gone home. We end up, I think Spencer Wang was the reserve goalkeeper, and Spencer Wang ended up playing forward, and there's another man going at the goal. Bottom line is when we learn teamwork make the dream work. Yeah.
Mm.
All of the lessons that when we learn in throughout the biggest lesson when we learn is teamwork more important than anything.
I like they put that teamwork make the work.
The dream work.
Teamwork make the dream work. Yeah. I like they put that there, Greg. I never heard that before. I like they put that teamwork make the dream work.
And you see, if you look on all of the successes that we have had,
Mm-hmm.
is teamwork.
Mm-hmm.
You probably don't know about this, but them other alumni tournament, you see, them other alumni tournament 2010,
Mm-hmm.
big football tournament, alumni football.
At Jamaica?
Yeah, man, big thing and big advertisement, and the winning school at the time, whoever won the tournament would get $50,000 for them school,
Mm.
and they build it as a tournament. It was supposed to be the first of what was supposed to be a yearly tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Big thing, and them get big sponsorship, and it was carried on all the stations and reality, and we win it. It was a thing where you had to have a player from the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, and a current player.
Different era.
Yeah, man. So remember the day, because I go on a plan for playing at the tournament, I say I ball. And me and Billy, I go pick up Billy the day down in my yard, and me and Billy go up there and go training. We go training up a Barbican. And when we go up a Barbican, and we say, oh, same Byron where you talk about.
Like a big man, Candy.
A big man, yeah, man. We're brethren. Pee-wee, some baller that mine at them. We say, oh, the man, they fuzzy, that Finley. So the man, them a drop some leather in man. And when we go home the day, I said to Billy, I drive go home. I said, boy, Billy, you know what? I think I better go coach that team, man. We could manage them, man. We get the man them. And me and Billy took up the coaching mantle for the team. And we win the tournament. We beat all of the big team, them we say. And because of that, them just crack the tournament,
We can't surprise them.
Them can't believe some Meadowbrook won the tournament. We beat KC, we beat Woolmers, we beat Georges, we beat JC. We know Freddie a Meadowbrook man still. I don't care what him do at JC. We know Freddie a Meadowbrook man. Meadowbrook in a JC in a Freddie heart. Yeah, man. I tell you. And we beat all of the big school them, in the tournament, Yeah. So with all of them things we go through and think, we could have said, boy, we are baller because we are play. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when we assess the situation, we say, here we go. Our best contribution to this team would be to coach it.
And support it, yeah.
And we had such a great tournament, when we made any changes, everybody respected it, every man, the whole fluency, we say, as we call a man him out and thing, and we beat everybody and win the tournament, so.
It come like a school in the day again, the respect and the brotherhood don't have for each other, yeah.
Exactly. I mean, for example, me there at school, me could have walk and say, boy, I want to play, me a big cricketer and me have to play in the team and what most of the time, I say, here we go, and me I carry some water, go down this, and me I carry the gears, them, and everybody have a role to play.
You know your part in a team
You know
because you
your
feel
part.
when the team
Yeah, man.
win, even if you know that on the team a player, your team
Yeah,
a
man.
win.
I hear a team away.
Yeah, man, it
Yeah,
make a big difference, man. It did
yeah,
make a
man.
difference at the school, Tegrick. After we win
Yeah, man.
1982, it did make a big difference because you look on yourself different, you feel different. No boy can't talk to you, say your school
Exactly.
now go out with nothing. And
Yeah,
then,
man.
and it shows. But because even no much years after now go play, and you know, say, when you take on a certain school and you can't win them certain way, the mentality change.
Yeah, man.
The
Yeah,
mentality
man.
change. Because I never know about, Freddie, you didn't know about that, you didn't know about that tournament there?
Yeah, man. For Barbican, I think it play, no?
Yeah, man. For Barbican, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
man. It was a big tournament.
When I think of jelly,
Mhm.
you see, a lot of people don't know, but me follow everything in the book, but I don't, people even know, you know?
Mm.
Follow it right through, man. I know when I play tournament for Barbican, and actually, made a plan for pass by.
Mm-hmm.
I say, you know, I make them go and play.
Yeah.
I
Mm-hmm.
might go there, I'm going to keep goal and all them things.
Probably, you know. Yeah,
Yeah.
but them there, truth be told, yeah, we know, Freddie, even when we were running the football programs in the 90s, I remember um, Freddie Freddie was probably overseas, not so
Yeah.
Freddie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But remember get calls from Freddie regular giving us advice, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So even I tell you something, even when Freddie was being successful at GSC, we 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 weren't directly coaching and managing the team, but we're involved, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And we get a whole lot of advice from GSC, from Freddie them time there, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So
Because the
yeah.
thing is, even me at JC, you know, me used to come down almost every, find a reason to come down to school at least once a week, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the time, we'd have like, legal daughter was there,
Mhm.
Brandy was there.
Them
So we have
all
a,
you niece them and niece them there Friday.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Beanie Man daughter was there, Bisha Gay. So we usually try and come down and spend some time. Because let me tell you something, JC man, them flex on me. Because every chance me get to say something about me during my interviews, I always mention that because when I'm asked the question, I say right now, I don't know much about the history of JC, you know. I went to Meadowbrook and I'm playing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because in truth, I did the JC helped me along a way, but I never got JC willingly.
Mm-hmm.
It
But
was not a willing to one just want to leave, you know.
mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So even me there, it was more a job.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but,
And JC was
but
more a job for me than say boy, but Meadowbrook is a different thing now. There's a
a
passion.
different thing, yeah. And Freddie, you know, so your success at GSC give me a whole heap of ammunition for my GSC friend them will have run up them mouth and thing. All them that they had taught me, I say, yo, you know, see, you in the wilderness is a Meadowbrook man have to bring on. Bring on up.
Which are true. Which is true because almost 30 odd years before they win back Money Cup. The last time I won Money Cup, Freddie, I won.
33 years.
The last time I won
That's
Money
33
Cup,
years.
Ted Greg, at the first team we go to Meadowbrook, 1974. And I went Freddie go back there, and them never win Walker Cup until Freddie go there. Them never win Olympia Street until Freddie
I
go there.
used to
So
tell them,
you make sure to tell them, yes.
them can't talk to me, man.
You make
Yeah,
sure say the record straight says a Meadowbrook man true and true come off to take them out of the wilderness. That's a nice way you put it. That's a nice way you put it. That's a
yeah,
nice.
man.
But so,
That's
some,
everything them I could proud.
yes, yeah, but when me ask me something, because to one attack, I may listen to one a certain, and I say, you think another school have the same sort of comradeship where we have in terms of, because years after we left school, you know, and I'll take like you know, I'm not talk to you for years, and we can come on and talk about things. You think other school have the same sort of connection where we have, even though we don't see each other for a long time? I don't know, you know, I just ask.
Um,
Is
to
it
told,
true we were at a small school, it kind of tighter, you know? We have big school who have it, but some more people get lost because
yeah,
of the size. But with we and Meadowbrook, kind of small, so the years them kind of tying.
Yeah.
Even though I was far apart from Tegre, we still tie up with each other and
Yeah.
connect. But some other school don't have that. Them don't have that. You know?
And it's a as I'm tell you, say I in touch right now. Right now, me have people me I communicate with almost daily. Some people from the 60s that make me feel good, you know. Some 70s people. Cause me meet Keith White along the way,
Major White,
and
yeah.
Major White
You know,
and
Edward made us go to school, yeah, yeah.
yeah man, Major White. Them one they have. So that's why I say in a them time they start, you know, 'cause sometimes we might think that we have the camaraderie, you know, and the family vibes. When you talk to them, man, them have it just as much as we, and if you follow them have it more than we do. You know?
Well, I saw me look on it, you know, because we built on the shoulders of giants, you know. We go to school and all that man like, you know, if you remember Stally?
Yeah, man, I remember Stally, man. Stally coach me when me that tried to look a track.
Right, Stally, yeah, yeah. No, for the year, them, Stally had the lone survivor in a champs, man, and Stally, I carry a flag. And Stally, you've been in love with Stally now, like you, Ted Greg and Hitchcock. All in the left school, not really leave, man. And they did the same way.
Oh,
When they be Sally play every sport and I help you out with every sport and all them things. So
Yeah.
you're right. But glad not do something like this because more yet any man who willing to come on to come tell them story, more hear them story. That's why I'm glad not talk to you, you know, Dante.
yeah.
Because you know, come on and say win this and win that, you know. But yes, your contribution from the boundary, as I say, from behind the boundary,
Yeah.
and it will make the school make you feel.
Yeah, man.
Cause
And
me,
me feel like me a winner too. As me
right,
tell you, say,
right.
I me a carry the water.
Why no matter to you, you know feel no way at all. You're glad to carry the water. 'Cause
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Me a
yeah,
play
yeah.
a role in a my mind. Me a play a role, you know. So that's at the end of the day, you know.
So when you win Walker Cup 86, you did the match, you did left school at the time?
Me still leave school, but me there the match, man. Me no miss no match that season, that year there.
So how you feel about when you win Walker Cup now compared to
Yeah, someone. All when we play the semi-finals, I mean, I'm a GSC bridge in them, there, them one.
mm,
'Cause my best friend during school year, one of my best friend was a GSC, yeah, tracksman for GSC, you know.
So 200 their match together.
What would they match when we beat GSC, you know? So them things, them you talk about, man. But that did make me feel proud. But truth be told, my proudest moment I win the 82 team. I don't know if it's because it's the first, but definitely.
Yeah,
That's my
that make
proudest.
a difference to me too because at the first time I'd win because before that,
Major.
yeah man, as one of the man in the talk before said, well a master and he said like we broke the glass ceiling. It's like after that we think say there's nothing more we can do.
Yeah.
That was a powerful moment then because that's why in that era then in the 80s. Well, that's how I think and I start about this, and I realize it. When I start to mind at the first podcast, I say, I mind that I say, a 2 tapping cup of win and 3 sunlight, and then a 7 trophy win in 4 years in a tech, Greg. After I win the one, I 82, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It was like a dream run, you know. It was like a dream time, you know. And for things say, all over there at school at the time, participate either I build the foundation or go through it like you as a spectator look on it, you must feel good. You must feel good.
Me personally feel like more than a spectator. As me I tell you, say me feel it reminder you know 82, you know, me there the training them, you know. Although me just a feel and I carry water and all them thing there.
So when you win, you feel like you win too. You're part of the team.
Feel like I mean man, and I feel like a part of the team, man. Yeah man.
So let me ask you that. You talk about that now. What did inspire you for decide say? Cause that didn't mean a whole heap to me, you know. For decide say, go just give back that team there. A presentation because the school. I mean, I disrespect the school or none, but the school never personally nothing for you if you say. If we go to the school now, I want to change that. There's no memorial for Serrati, that team that did do this in 1982. It's like you never remember that. These people from our school. What inspired you to do that?
Between me and you, you know, say, I just talk with our faces suggest it.
Mm.
And it was him never have to say it twice, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But as him say, we just pick it up and we just say that well. The plan though, you know, the plan was to honor after we do the 82 team,
Mm.
we were going to do the 84 team. We're going to honor the 84 team similarly.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to honor the 86, both the 86 Sunlight and Walker Cup team.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But, you know, as you go through, you know, one at a time them start say I own the sports where I deal with. But what I try to explain to them is that says if you look right now and say the people who are give back to the school and I contribute are the sportsman them.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know,
Well,
and sports is sports aware build the team because as I may show you say that instill the type of pride.
the character,
You know,
sports build character more than anything else. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
but the thing is, I don't know why it can't tie it in, you know, and it's so effective when the two of them work together. And I can't see why Meadowbrook can't, most, some, I wouldn't say most, but a lot of Meadowbrook people, especially those in administration, them can't see through it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because I tell you, KC produced some great scholars and sports people.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what make KC who they are, the sports.
Mm-hmm.
It was
It is.
sports who lead to, because people start hearing about KC and want to go KC. Because I should have gone to KC with Juby Ellis and Guncoat them.
Mm-hmm.
But what we used to play in Boys Town, and them come and them take all of the good cricketers them from Boys Town and carry them go KC.
Mm-hmm.
And through KC start win champs and win everything. Everybody want to go KC.
Mm-hmm.
And some good people came in through sports.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I don't know why Meadowbrook over the years been shunning away from sports. I laid look on one time when I go back and coach. I coach the Manning Cup team. And I tried to tell her, say her son can get a scholarship and I could afford him a scholarship if him do well and all of that. You know, and tell her, so when me used to go Meadowbrook, me used to play all the sports.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you know, she turned out, she said, that's why you're a coach. Because she said, she said, no, say, I didn't do schoolwork because I could turn a coach, so she looked down on a coach.
Yeah.
So Mr. Gordon was there with me. Mr. Gordon said to boy Freddie, I look at this, she knows, say, you're a man of all your masters.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I really have to talk to her and tell her who I am, because I know who I am.
Like, it's like a dish a certain way, Freddie. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure you know the son who she didn't want to play football. As a matter of fact, she even tell me that she work, so she even need no scholarship. He was in the same group as Rick. You know Rick Tegri?
Yeah.
He played with the same team as Rick. I remember I coached that team with Rick then.
Mm-hmm.
And Carl and all them.
Yeah, man.
And you know, the kid now, the last time I saw him was packing bag out by this place over the Price Man, CXC subjects.
Mm-hmm.
While Rick was graduating from Bethel University with a master's.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And Rick is keep playing. Because the guy have him subjects, but she couldn't pay the amount of money for him to go UA. So I feel work out a price man. So a lot of people don't understand it, and it messing up the school basically.
It's a mess up the kids them too, because the bigger picture them are missing out. Two important point more I make to this, you know. The bigger picture them miss, and anybody listen to the story afterwards, they will realize how powerful it is to me personally. I listen to you, you know. Yeah. Because you never a big sportsman to say you make pan a big team. But when you learn from being surrounded by sportsmen, carry you through life where you have the connection and the discipline where you never get into the classroom. You follow me? I said to your friend, they said like, them don't understand, them think that sports are just to complain, and them don't realize that sports are teach you real-time discipline, Greg. We are teaching in the class, yes, real-time life is not discipline. We are teaching, you can't learn in the classroom. So some people can't learn in the classroom. You follow me, I said to you, but you learn it real, and you take it on, you take it in a life, and you take it sometime, you take it back in the classroom, you know, because you develop a discipline for Sarah, if you can't do this good on the sports field, you can't do the same thing in the class. Because that happened to me. When I started good in sports, I get better at school. You follow me, I said to you, and another thing what I'm not understanding, you know, if you look at full up the stadium, then I say enough already. It's like, I'm not like when them do it assassin because I think them, and them do it at Jamaica too, because them need to treat the sports youth them better. And the sports bring in the crowd.
Man, because sports is the way out for a lot of ghetto youth. You know?
Yeah, man, yeah.
Youth come from Park Lane and Bargwat Terrace and Black Ants Lane and all them. Them peers don't have it. You never go to 10 6
And them pass, them can't afford for going away. Can't afford to pay the fee.
The sports is the thing that would probably afford them a scholarship. And right now, a scholarship will be up on nearly $100,000.
And the sports are giving them the discipline already. So when them take on the scholarship, them ready for it. So it's like it's a double winning thing, you know. But it's like it's hard to pass on the message to people who don't get it, you know, like we who love sports and love life.
It's just the teachers and the administration who set up a situation where the sports people are student athletes.
Yeah.
Can function. You know, get a system that them can function in. Give them the support.
So let me ask
you. Know, I set up things like study hall.
Yeah.
The teacher give you one-on-one teaching and all them things.
Yeah.
And so on, it will work. But because you know, some of them can't.
Yeah, go ahead, Tegra, get us something.
All right. Me say.
Because I couldn't afford to pay my way. If Mr. McLean never really sent me go Michael, what would I do?
Now, I have a question to ask you about that, Freddie. But let me hear Tegra say, yeah.
Yeah, what I say is that the new principal,
the current one, you know.
Current one, we met with him we'll just meet with him, we pay a courtesy call and we had him a reason. And truth be told, I am encouraged by his his way of thinking. Then, you know, him. I don't know. Him come from Ulmas, and as I said to him the first time I meet him, you know, I said to him, "Say, boy, I said to him, say, I don't know if them might tell you if somebody prep you and what we expect to hear, but I say all the right things, you know." And, him saying all the right things. So,
well, other question, more launch up. You bring up a point, Tegra, that more the question I'm ask for it related, you know. Is that two of them for answer this is like, because Freddie tell me the same thing about the principal. When I meet him, and I have nothing but to take phone word feed because on the joke, on them thing you more than me in terms that deal with the people them. One question I never ask you, Freddie, why was Miss McLennan different? Why I think because especially in terms that say she embraced sports.
The thing is, you know, you don't have to ask and go further with the question and tell it. The thing is, Miss McLennan believe in the person. And she have she don't have one blueprint for everybody. So whatever you come with, Ms. McLennan can analyze that and know what fit you. Because one of the things that I learned is that education, one of the first aim of education is to make you fit to live and fit to live with. So you can't educate just one part of the human being, you have to educate him around it. He has to be self-actualized. And that is what I learned. And that's what Miss McLennan learned. Because if she didn't learn that, she wouldn't deal with it like that. Everybody have a purpose as far as Miss McLennan is concerned. Everybody have a purpose.
Yep.
These people don't look at it. You have to be bright before you're accepted.
Well,
not everybody born bright.
But here's the talk about that, and Tegra reinforce that one. It's like Miss McLennan never ban him or disband him a certain way. You see what she do to you? She call you and you have a seat in her office and I say, come, sit down.
And me and Steven, you know, and she she give me she make me feel like an individual by myself, you know. She give me individual attention.
She give a chance to, as Jesus said, to make your light shine, to make
Yeah,
your
man.
light shine. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
She
man.
embraced that. She embraced the what you call it, the motto of the school, man. But may I ask you this? But I'm the question related to the two and I talk about. You meet the principal, and Freddie, you meet the principal. But tell Greg, um, I'm not want to put no pressure upon him, but me have to ask a question. It's like, you think this principal think like Spanner, or we might be
Him,
too hopeful?
it might be too early to say that, but him have a young principal. I think him want to make him mark, and I guess him realize that there are certain things that him have to do for really make him mark, you know, because you know, truth be told is that everybody are gonna be judged by Mrs. McLean. Spanner. I'm not gonna say Spanner because it sounds more intimate when we
Yeah,
say
yeah, 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 yeah.
so me I gonna say Spanner, you know? You're gonna be judged
By Spanner standard.
by Spanner standard and I think him want to be there. In my
Same,
thinking.
same know about Spanner. A long time Spanner gone. We don't know
I
about.
think him. I think him doing research. You know, because when I spoke to him, he could tell me certain things about me that I didn't expect him to know. Because him tell me, he said the first time the mayor was at a JC game versus Wolmer's way back in 2005 when he was like the manager for the Wolmer's team, and he was telling me exactly what I did, and him follow everything come straight up. And him try to reach out to people because I didn't tell him I have a niece at Meadowbrook, you know. But I have a niece at Meadowbrook now who play on the football team.
Okay.
And him say, yeah, I know Michelle. And when I said to him, say, boy, I have another one named Francis in Fort Farm. Him go look for her. You know, and him have make connection and them thing there. Because when I spoke to him, you know, I told him that I don't have no interest in coaching or anything like that at Meadowbrook or anything, but I will help. And right away, as you know, Jelly, I WhatsApp him anytime and him reply.
You tell me that all the while, yeah.
So you know who to make connection with, who can do what, and so on. You have to present yourself to him and show him that you have an interest. And because he would ask me for people number. So I'm here about the person and say if I have a number for them, and you see me try, you know, and someone I'll try, might as well just help you.
Yeah, well, if I'm have the right mentality where is a individual him a look on and not
Just help him need now. Just help him need now.
him a look on individual and not the grade. Him a look on individual and I say because that was the Spanner did what different. It's like and if him a look and I say it's a total individual him a bring, not just about to say boy you want to pass 6C because it's more than about that.
Yeah, him go as far as to say to us him want to start some other programs, plumbing, mechanical, them type of programs. Him recognize that it's not everybody
And that
going to be a maths or a English brain, you know.
and that's a good idea. If you learn them skill, a well-paid skill, if you know them, if you have good training of them, that's a well-paid skill.
And then how you think Johnny Picker come in the book and survive? Johnny Picker leave, what do you call it, St. Richard's, 6th grade. I never go work at Meadowbrook until about 16, you know. So I never go no school after St. Richard's, I think, until him come Meadowbrook in a 3rd form. But what they did with Pekka was let him do metal work, woodwork, and all those things, and then him just do maths and English with it.
I like him a trade school.
And see Pekka turn out to be one of the best independent contractor with Water Commission.
Water Commission. Because one day I heard a Pekka that I have an issue with Water Commission and them send somebody. When I say a Pekka, I say,
Years.
Johnny Pekka.
Same member, yo? Greg?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, yeah. Yeah, man. A good boy, that man. I just say, yeah. But them foundation they were made about building at the man, it's like, I'm glad for the principal that talk about it them way there. And
Yeah.
If by chance the man for come,
And we're,
yeah, go ahead, tell Greg.
yeah, sorry about that. We're going there for help him still.
No, no, right, because we want, because in my mind, that's why I start up my podcast with them. We want our school build back to that, because from the 40 years ago, we know with nothing. I mean, I say, that no need to stay that way there, because that I think, you're right, it's apart from, say, the athletes them give back, it's when you start win, the amount of support you get from out of the woodwork, You may tell you, a problem I get sponsors, a problem man I underneath. But you have to have a culture and you have to have a system in place so you start win. And winning, you don't win by accident, Greg. As you realize, there's the preparation, the groundwork and the foundation. You don't win by accident at all. So, but as I say, we're there to help him. We're there to help him. Because at the end of the day, our school same way. Even though we're not go there, our school same way. The care we embrace that like our yard, that man. Embrace it like our yard. But let me ask you.
In terms of a 5-year program, I'm gonna try work. But I believe him gets a late start because of the COVID thing and so on.
Yeah.
So give him a chance.
Yeah, man, to express himself, yeah. Yeah, man, we're going to support him 100%. When I'm here, if you ever hear them podcast, I know so we're behind him 100%. So I'm not for it.
We keep a link with him. So, for example, look on it now, Freddie. Look how long we are trying to get Freddie for. Cause we know say if we get the school for embrace Freddie as the architect of a program, a football program in the school. There's no doubt that we're going to get success. And when we say success, we hear Freddie talk about getting scholarships for people.
Yeah, them thing exactly. Exactly. It's not about us winning, exactly.
And we have been pushing this now with all the principals. Even we are trying to push the school in another direction there. Because we accept that are the best route for we to get success. And him look like him I embrace it. That's Freddie.
Yeah, definitely.
Him at least accept a kind of advice type of thing. He might take advice on how to move. Which is what we want,
Yeah, because with Freddie's skill and him technical ability and him the knowledge of people where him know. It's vast. You hear me I tell you, the network, put it right way, the network of Freddie have in the sporting in arena. I mean not talk about football and cricket alone. Any sporting thing me talk to Freddie about, him know somebody. Last he could have talk about softball and because one of the girl text me and rocks me if I say I forget about softball. And I say no. I don't forget. I say when I ready for come tell the story, So she can't hear this. Because I'm not discriminating against no story, Greg. You see me I said to you. So and Freddie know all of them people, man. Freddie, and this are the key. It's like Freddie, your resources are underutilized, It's like, and it's all about Meadowbrook, It's not about you, And you know that's the key them name understand. You know come up a billion name. Because you don't make your name already. You don't need no more.
Right.
Let me ask you to you, Freddie.
I win all the money, all the football cup that make you win.
Yeah, man, exactly. At the school, you say you want to live.
No, but when I try to tell Jelly, every time we win one, I say, I wish it was that many. I win them, but not come next time I win them.
No, because the feeling we have and love we have for Meadowbrook, it's a different feeling. It's a different feeling.
If I win a cup with Meadowbrook now, even as maybe I don't have to be the coach.
No.
I just want to know Meadowbrook win one of them big trophy before my time.
Yeah, and worse, you can get some scholarship from some of you them are going on to bigger things.
The last time Meadowbrook got 4 scholarships was the last time when I coached the team.
I do think that.
Yeah, recall this is what I used to call him Seattle. Oh boy. He was here with me in Jersey, man. We get him a cup in that Jersey. He was the last one, he was the head boy too.
I joke thing
Him,
that.
him did get a scholarship the year after Rick.
Yeah, after it, yeah.
No, him get scholarship same time. Cause Rick did go Calabar and
Yeah, and him get the head boy because Rick
him
was
get
the
head boy.
first head boy. Rick got the head boy position and give it up.
Me know.
And then
Me
him take
remember
it.
you. I don't remember him name now, but him did get a scholarship for true. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. He was here with me. I don't know, I can't remember the name right now. Old age, you know. And even Carl. At the time when I got Carl scholarship, you know, goalkeepers weren't getting scholarships. I mean, I'm goalkeeper dime a dozen. But this JC youth that me coach with in New York, used to go Mercy College. I said to me, Mercy don't have a goalkeeper in the Freddie. You know anybody? And I didn't hesitate. I said, you know, to me have a Middlebrook youth. I said, give me him number. Call and 2 twos. I think Billy did help start out some things and so on and so forth.
Did that I run some video and them type of thing.
Yeah. And you know, the youth, Carl came up and 2 years after Carl's school, they scrapped the football program. And Carl started the track and field to keep him scholarship, you know. And then this track and field never work out. And them transfer and come Jersey and we get him a Field Dickinson. And after him come Field Dickinson, him start coach the kids them at New York Red Bulls. And help out for him living thing. But people don't understand them thing they said so the kids them get help when them play the sport.
But they say our technical talk about initially, you know, like the sports connection, it's stronger than any other connection, you know.
Of course.
The sports connection, that's why and you're right, Greg, and that's why I don't wonder why a sports you talk about most of the time, because the connection there, bigger than any other, it's like it's a different connection in a Greg. You have a different feeling. Yeah, go ahead, Greg. You gotta say something.
Yeah, man, once you're a man upon a team or you're a part of a team or you used to follow that team, that is a different connection than for say you're a man in the same class. And
you know, leave. Right? No, exactly. You're sitting in a classroom. Yeah, you have to something. Yeah. Extracurricular activity important, man. Extracurricular activity. Anyway, because believe it or not, even though Greg almost more than 2 over there talk, I don't believe it because the conversations are nice. May I say the time run off one way. But may I ask you a couple of last questions because I'm not like keep it longer than 2 hours because
alright.
Two questions and then I'm gonna make Freddie if have alright, life lesson you learn in Meadowbrook where you pass on to your family. That's one of them.
Well, at the same thing. Same thing, teamwork. That's how me run my family. That is how me manage my professionally. Teamwork. That is how me deal with my work. Everything, same things that I learn, life lessons. I saw me deal with everything.
Teamwork, make the dream work. I'm gonna use that. I love that. I love that phrase there. All right. So before me ask you the last question, I always ask everybody. No, 2 questions. One, anything what you think you want to say, no question never come up for ask, whether like say. Any memories, anything you say, boy, you remember this and you want to tell Jelly about that. Anything.
Well, I think maybe basically talk for the whole heap of things there, Jelly. If we talk about all of the memories, then we are gonna go whole heap past thing there.
Yeah.
I just one thing I want to say because I tell you, I hear Freddie say Spanner send him go Michael. I gotta tell you now, when my time come for take CXC, see, I'm Meadowbrook. I give a story. When my time come for take, me just show you how integral Meadowbrook is to my success. And why I can't stop giving back to Meadowbrook. So when my time did come for take CXC, when it reached CXC time, by this time my mother get wins appear me a school and me a school class. Me have some, as I tell you, me have my sister where go Meadowbrook in the 60s. She was a teacher. In fact, when me the Meadowbrook, she a teacher Calabar. And me have another sister who had who is a teacher as well. My oldest sister is a teacher. So them would get, she would, not even the one at Calabar, but them would get news from the other teachers at school. Say, boy, me a idle and get trouble and a waste time, skull class rate. My mother says she nah pay for me than a sexy. Serious thing. So throughout my entire year in a fifth farm, when almost the entire year, on my mind, me not do no CXC. Cause my mother said, she go waste her money. 2 weeks before CXC exam, I get in a trouble and go spanner office. Before exam for start, and spanner say, but Tegre, oh you for there, so I get in a trouble and you have exam in 2 weeks. And I say, I not take the exam. Spanner say, you crazy? You mean you not take the exam? And she said, nah man, go for your mother man. My mother now come, and my sister, I carry one of my sister. Not even any of the teacher one them, my younger one. And Spanner reason it out and say, I have to take some exam. And Spanner give me a letter for go down at the CXC office. Piccadilly there.
Crossroad, yeah.
Yeah, man, I'm carry the letter go down at CXC office with the subjects them, cause me tell you say, grades was my problem. So I'm go down there with the letter, and them only could allow me to take 5 subjects. Only call late entry, you know. For example, me get in at the CXC program, you know. She give me a special letter. She write a nice letter, and I'ma pass the subjects them. Yeah, man. She tell my sister say me have to take exam. I'ma pass them. Yeah, man. I think my sister got borrow some money. So from this now, me realize you know, so that place, yeah. If me never know before, that make me know so that place that's special. You get me? And the woman that's special. Yeah. Yeah. So I imagine now I would have got through and not take the exam. You don't know what would happen to me.
No, you have no ambition to say you want to do nothing else at all, right?
And then now for that shock everybody now, cause even my sister, I have a sister who say, I mean, and I love my sister them same way, but at that time she say, yo, nobody could have believed say I would have passed her exam. I'm a pass. Cause that was me still, you know. I don't know how to fail exam. I don't know. And 2 weeks me beat the books and pass them. Pass the subject and when I get for take. Yeah.
Say, Greg, that's a special story. I'm glad me ask you and you bring out that. That's very, very special. That's sound like Freddie's story, see, man, because that's
man.
The letter and all of them things there. Same with the letter, you know, slung in the couch and wait for the letter. Carry Michael.
But you realize, Freddie, before I come to you for you ask anything, when last question you ask, you realize the connection them with Span have are the same connection them you have now, but it now being utilized.
Because funny enough, you notice the Piccadilly place is just right behind Michael, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, me take my letter to Michael, take it to him on the corner.
So what me I say now, she know everybody in any little department if you carry a thing or forget through, you know, yeah.
Yeah, because it seems like she and Mr. Shirley, who was the vice principal at Michael at the time, they either went to college together.
Yeah, man, more likely, yeah. And
but she knew him very well.
He
and I know her because, you know, the way him talk to me, him know her. Good.
And in the person them where I work at Piccadilly, at the CXC office or CXC at the time, the span of them know, she not just write the letter and send it to anybody, you know.
Come on, she didn't make a call, man.
Exactly. Yeah, you're being expected then. You're being expected. It's like you go for a job interview and all you have to do is just show up.
Yeah, man.
This one make a link, you know. She tell you, and to tell boy, take this letter to Mr. Stern. You don't care to nobody else. And she, you know, like him, because if you notice, I captained the micro cricket team the following year, you know.
I remember you said that. Yeah.
Come to come play a match with you. Remember your Meadowbrook team come down
Yeah,
play again.
yeah.
So Spanner even tell him, say, boy, I was the captain of the Meadowbrook cricket team and
So you know your story before you come there.
imparted onto the coach them and everything. You know. When Michael reached the final that year, I was the only first year man who played. You know, so Spanner just tie up everything to leave nothing loose.
No, Greg, that story, believe you me, I'm glad to leave it for last anyway, because it's a powerful way for God for you to tell a personal story that way. I never know that. I did not know that my brother said, Spanner, in a sense, throw your lifesaver and a lifeboat and you say, right, it's a life changing thing them there. Life changing thing there.
You can imagine we moved out there now, because I remember so them time them known as a troublemaker and he left. And then I tell you what, when I come back, them time the 4 or 5 subjects could I get you in a 6th form. When I come back and I check her, when I collect my results, I'm going to check her. And she say, boy, Tegre, you know, say, I can't make you go. I can't take you back, right? Because she said, if she take me back, that's what she reason with me, you know.
Yeah.
So if I take you back, it not going to look good with the other thing. And she give me another letter and send me go
Art Academy. Yeah.
Yeah, me get me on the job training.
Yeah. Me know you talk, man. Yeah.
I'm get a job at IBM. Yeah, and at that launched my career from this.
So she never just send you loose and I said, go and go look for it.
Yeah, she send me to somebody down her heart again and she tell me say she want me to on the job training. I'm go there and from there so rest is history.
You never
who know my career, you know?
You never look back at all. Never look
back at all, man. And you know where I'm now, yes, boy, I can't let her down.
Right. As a friend of field training, like you have to represent. Even if you think say you want stay at Greg, you think I say no, Spanner tap it on the shoulder and I say no.
Not tell you. Sometimes you might say, we and most them and Billy them and everybody and we link up and we work on things together. And every time, everything's smooth, you know. You have, even with Freddie, you have a time when we have disagreements, but at the end of the day, you know, I say like somebody else say, yo,
we're family.
It's a family, you know, it's a family work.
We're family, as we say, family, yeah. Yeah. So Freddie, you have any last question you ask Greg? Where you think me miss or you don't ask him?
To the extent that we know Tegre, I don't have nothing more to ask herself because Tegre was one of my, so I can't know. More very allegiant.
Yeah.
To them. You know, we're close, so kind of know him. But the only thing is Tegre, well, it's not question, but with the effort you guys making with the assistant for the school, I can remember when you were in Port Farm, some of the outstanding people in Jamaica was in your farm from Meadowbrook. You know, I think the Champagne and the Chris Townsend and
Champagne in the same class.
Yeah, I remember teaching all of you, but you need to bring them in. You need to see them. I mean, I really want to reach out to them because you know already. I tell them straight. So I ask you to go out and sit down and talk with them. Let them know something happening at Meadowbrook and you'd like them to be a part of it. I spoke to Chris before. I didn't see him, you know, as if he would want to make some effort. Just try and bring them in and let them know they're busy. But let them know that you guys are doing something worth a while. And if they can make an effort to assist you.
Tell them what turn on the light again on Meadowbrook. Let your lights out.
I'll tell you something.
Remind them, you know.
It's this 80s boys thing where we are farm up and we try use that and I same thing again, it built around sport. So we basically in touch with them, you know. But you know what happened? a lot of times we start some things and the programs don't get supported by the school. So we have to start, but because we have been very perseverant, you know. So not here where as well Major White said to me, say, you know what, Dante, you can't stop, you know, because it's not like say, because he must say when we have issues like with the school administration, him said them can say them are Calabar, KC, Woolmers, whatever people, but you can only say a Meadowbrook man. So, so for them time, them there for a time, you there, so this the Meadowbrook thing are you. So him is another man, as me tell you, he's a scientist man, but him just by them man that come in like a little mentor to me too, in a certain way. Yeah, man, yeah. I've been, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so we work on the whole of that, Freddie. And I
Alright.
just for we do the thing together in a concrete way. That's why I'm glad say jelly, this thing here is I tell you, this thing here probably bigger than what you think it is, you know, for the school, you know. Yeah, man, trust me, it's a big thing. This,
Yeah,
you know.
I kind of get the feeling that because someone reach
Yeah.
out to me and I said, boy, Jelly is a good. Another Hillsman reach out to me where you might know, Oral Shaw. I said,
Oral, I'm a cousin, you know.
I never have know that. Never have know that.
Yeah, I
Tegret.
don't forget to tell you, say all them man that they at the school. Oral, I'm a cousin, man. Oral mother and my mother are two sisters.
Yeah. So, you know, no, you're right.
Reggie,
Because I start this out and I say, at the cricket, I just want to tell the story most about that. Cricket and football, because that me know about. And then realize, it's not about that alone. That's why I want a man like you to come on early because it's about Meadowbrook memories. You follow me, I said to you, and you remember special, you know, because your story is special, Greg. May I tell you the truth? Because you come and you just tell your story from your heart. And your story, a man or a youth about school can hear the story and print. Anybody can hear the story and I say, them man I used to come to Meadowbrook and them can know why you want to give back to the school and you feel proud of your school. You follow me, I said to you. But let me ask you the last question. Let me ask you the last question before we go. What made Meadowbrook so magical? Or magical? What made Meadowbrook magical?
Well, it's the sum of everything what we discussed a while ago, you know. I tell any man, if I was to, I will per man say, well, some people go Meadowbrook by chance. I chose Meadowbrook, and if I was to do it over again, I would have choose Meadowbrook again. Is I can't imagine as you ask a question. If you think if we think any other schools have this kind of
Nurturing spirit.
and link and family, the whole it's like a family because the whole thing, the sum of everything,
Yeah.
plus the family spirit that it brings, you know.
And no matter where we come from, it no
No matter
matter.
where we come from. That was one of the other things too. That was a school where you go, you say, you mix with everybody. As I'm tell you, say, I could have feel like a part of a team. As a little youth, me go there and nobody never show me, never make me feel unwelcome, you know, in the training, me go training. So I felt like a part of this.
No,
When you win, I never feel like an outcast. When the win and everybody celebrate, I was in the
changing room.
changing room.
A biner, yeah, man, I think
Yeah,
so.
so,
Yeah.
so there was this family vibes from ever since, and that's how it goes.
I you know, you bring up a good point. I know, bring out that to me. Just I remember it. I know it's like remember, you know, I know for the man them come from Meadowbrook, come from Village Road, you know, and you know, Village Road is a volatile political place.
Exactly.
You don't know where PNP and JLP begin or ends, and no man never bring in politics at school.
Never.
A man couldn't tell me. A man from Village Road went party allegiance. I didn't know, and we never want to know Ted Greg. You follow me? I said to you, with this.
Never.
Whenever, even if we talk politics at school, we talk in a jest and joke. It wasn't. No man not carry them thing then vibe they come on Meadowbrook, man. It leave outside of the gate.
Yeah, man, you left that. But even now, amongst our Meadowbrook link, I mean, if you see when we link up and mountain about, about politics and things, it's like a joke, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right, same way.
So,
Same
every man
way.
knows, yo, you
Yeah,
know,
man. Got
first,
so exactly.
family first and everything, politics and religion and everything
Yeah, man.
after, you
Cause
know what I'm saying?
exactly. Cause some of my old used to have some animated conversation, man.
Yeah, man.
For me and him on one side, but it was about no bad vibes. And that time at the heights of the 80s when the political war it hot at Jamaica. So you're right, Meadowbrook the different, man. The specialty of Meadowbrook different, yeah. I'm glad.
Special.
Yeah, man, your story where you tell me there, may I tell you, it's special to Greg. I'm glad me get you on early because me don't want nobody feel I listen to this and this thing say a sports thing what I talk about. And this is more than sport. Sports are the foundation, you know. So I have to make that clear, you know, because it's like you can't have a conversation without a sports bring you together. I'm put it that way there.
Yes.
You follow me? I said to you, sports bring out the man, the supporter, the man, bring out the vibes and man want to give back. A sports do that more than anything else. Anything else. It's like there's a special feeling about sports that people don't understand at all. So, but this is not about sports alone. This is not about man alone. Woman, we're gonna get some woman on the conversation. And the year I talk to is early. So, moving forward, we have some conversation and come up with some ladies. So when I left for nothing, man, anybody ready for come on? I'm up the softball lady. So Freddie, you know the final word.
Oh man, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, man. So tell Greg, Freddie, me love the conversation, yeah, me love it. It's different than man. I some all of them different, got a different story and a different vibe. Everybody want to talk about. So
Different, but the same middle.
same way, exactly. The vibe. They not.
That's the mind.
We're not, exactly. We're not back the same place. The same Meadowbrook.
Yeah.
The same Meadowbrook.
Yeah, man.
Anyway, thank you for this, and then I'm gonna set this up, and then by weekend I let this out, and then we talk. Bless. I'm Meadowbrook and the green and blue every time. Yeah, man. You too, Dante. Yeah, man. You too, Dante. Cool.
Bless up, legends.
Yeah. All right. All right.
Cool.
All right.
Yeah, man.
Cool.
Thanks for listening to Meadowbrook Memories, and remember to give us all the support and encouragement you can on whatever social media platform you are listening.